Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name is David Turner. I'm here with Sean Bell,
Hello.
Matt Murray,
Hello.
and a returning feature of the show. Like to describe him as. It's good to have you back, James Farley. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. It's nice to be back. Yeah.
Are you going to stay awake this time throughout?
Yes.
Are you on Shanghai time?
No, I'm not.
Today?
I'm on normal German time.
Oh, right. Shanghai time's not normal, is it? That's a bit, you should think
Yeah,
about, a
it's a
little bit
bit problematic,
racist, James, that.
that's a
I
shame.
think, in my
I was
opinion,
taken out of context. Go on.
it was taken in context, actually. I think
Yeah,
you'll find.
Exactly word for
Directly
word.
in context.
That's a quote,
I
verbatim.
think Matt's had further work done on his arm. Is that correct? I just saw a little bit of shading going on there, Matt. Have we had
No,
another session?
yes, but there's no shading yet. It's just had the elbow
A
done.
little bit more detailing going on with his with Matt Murray.
Had the elbow done. I was quite scared, but I didn't cry. It wasn't as bad as I thought, so it's fine. It's fine.
I love the fact that you're trying to keep this secret.
I'm not
It's
going to keep it
weird.
secret.
We'd like to thank our Patreon producers this month. They are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights for Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Carwanker Smith, Leaky Bottom, My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Conky Donkers, Full Nels Conga, and Laser Quest. They are the Full Nels crew, and they keep this podcast going for you. All right, that's the phrase that I'm going for. They're a little rhyme that I've made
They
up.
don't actually listen to the show. They pay for you guys. to be
They
able to
think
keep
it's an
hearing it.
investment. I want to be clear. It is not an investment. When we get bought out, they're not getting a fucking penny. But we do really appreciate them for supporting us over at patreon.com/TCGS. The bonus show came out this week in which Sean, Matt, and I spoke about all sorts of things, including flying a drone through a school. You can hear all that.
Through a school. Just above it.
Above it, which is worse.
And you get a little bit of background information on how we put together the imposter syndrome. We also talk about our live show, and I do want to say thank you so much to everyone that's bought tickets so far. It's really been unbelievable. We didn't think we'd be this close to selling out already, but if you want to come and see us live at the Phoenix Cavendish Square on Saturday the 17th of October of this year, and I need to state that because Joe bought tickets to see Alan Carr in October thinking it was 2026. It was 2027. Unbelievable, right? She's got to wait another year to go and see him live. But we have just 16 tickets left. Genuinely, that's it. They are almost gone. So if you're thinking about coming, get in there quick. They're probably going to be sold out very soon. 16 tickets left to go and see us in Phoenix Cavendish Square.
Yeah, so if there is an
Saturday,
entire
17th of
NFL
October.
team, if there's an entire NFL team that wants to get tickets, you go for now because
You gotta do it
16
now.
players on an NFL team. I've just done some research.
Okay, good. But thank you. If you've already bought a ticket, thank you so much. We're really excited about putting that show together. We've got some really cool ideas. I can't wait to get going with that and then seeing everyone in October. It's going to be a good evening. Please buy your drinks downstairs in the basement where we will be performing. We need to sell a lot of booze, otherwise we get
I mean,
fined.
I guess all soft drinks, but there is a
Yep.
You could buy soft drinks, but if you are, mate, just
Buy two.
Ask them to chuck a shot down the sink every time you order one, because it all
Yeah.
helps towards the minimum spend.
And just, I don't know,
We
just
are
loads of crisps.
flying.
Hopefully bar snacks count as well.
That's the
Loads
point. Yeah,
of,
we need to find out if snacks count.
loads of
I
scampy
just
knickknacks.
won't have any dinner.
Yeah.
I'll just-
We are flying for the seat of our pants. I like it. I like that we could they'll get an email from us that says, "Hi there, do snacks count? All our love, TCGS."
Just load
Oh, they
up with
count.
pork scratchings.
Oh, they count, boy.
Loads of them. Yeah.
So if you'd like a ticket, go to tcgs.co. There's a link on our website to go and get tickets for that. But patreon.com/TCGS to support the show. James, you're back. I assume you've got feedback on last week's incredible episode of the Computer Game Show.
It was great, and it was really nice to hear John again. I really enjoyed
Denton.
Yeah, I enjoyed hearing from him again, especially the discussion around marathon. I thought that was a good discussion that you had. You know,
Oh,
discussing.
yeah. Have you played it, James?
I have played it. Yeah, me and Sean streamed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We had a
What
great
did you
time.
think?
We didn't have a very good time, I would say, with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but maybe I need to give it another go after John said it's really good. So maybe I have to play a bit more.
It
Now.
was quite a
fucking
compelling
won't know,
argument.
Sorry, Matt.
It was quite a compelling argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's really into it. And I think I said I've seen loads of people write quite positive op-eds about this game. It's just I
Okay,
don't
well,
actually
play
know
it,
I'm
Matt.
playing it.
Play it then. Let me know what you think.
I will do. I will do.
Good.
I
Looking
fucking will
forward
do.
to it. Good. I can't
mean-
wait for your review.
One of the other things that I did love the idea of covering court cases. I thought that would be amazing. I'd
But
be
you
really up for
fucking
doing that.
won't. I know you love the idea. You'd be up for doing that. You'd be
Yeah,
up for going to cover a
absolutely.
court case for us.
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
Sitting there for
Right.
hours, making notes throughout, and then
Yeah.
having to.
Sean,
Okay,
there is
well,
See if I can get an
absolutely no-
interview with the
okay,
people as they're
go on
coming
then.
out.
Okay, do it.
Have a
Do
chat
it.
with the judge.
Get it in the
How-
calendar.
Go over
what
to Chris
deadline-
Pratt
what
and be like, "Oh, what notes have you made, Chris? Can I just?"
Can you do that then? I'd like you to do that by the end of the year. I want you to.
When
cover
I
a
come
court
back,
case and
maybe
go
I
and get
will.
quotes.
You know, and if I'm out of work,
No,
then I
not
definitely
maybe.
could do that. You know, it's,
Right, okay, no, you've said that you really want to do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
all right.
I want you to do it by this. by
Okay,
the
so I
end of the
need
year,
I need to
please.
go to a labour court, right? But does it have to be related to video games?
I mean, ideally, yeah.
I mean, yeah, for this podcast, it would make sense.
The news this week. There's been a disagreement over some sort of like consumer law.
Exactly. I can't go to like which have like a boundary dispute or something, and then just
No, it has to be video game related. You have to be there, and because you can't just give it the big one on the podcast and not follow through with it. I've never done that. I've never given it the big one on a pod. Go on.
yeah. I mean, the only other thing obviously was the food that you have been feeding me in Tomodachi
Yeah.
Life. Made me feel really sick, David. Like,
It
what was
didn't.
that about?
It was one of
It's not what
your
your
favourites.
character's saying.
yeah.
It was one of your favourites. It said.
Why would you even think to do that? It's
Because
like,
I ran out of ideas and I thought I can't be bothered to draw anything. I'm not very good at art, but I could draw some white dripping stuff on
Yeah.
top of the
Oh,
cake
no.
any day of the week. I can do that.
What was
Oh,
that?
we
Sorry,
should
what was
explain.
Oh, yeah.
We should explain. What did you just say, James?
it just says it's 10 p.m. Because
Right,
it is 10 p.m. here. So yeah.
Okay. So James Farley has his Mario flower that you ordered for
Oh,
for
there it is again.
himself. Sitting right next to him. So we're going to find out how annoying this thing is. We will do a quick review on that, though. James, this flower thing arrived. I want to know what happened when you got it out of the box, what your family think of it. I want to know everything.
I mean, the biggest problem was that I got it out of the box and I was first of all I thought it was going to be like USB powered. You know, there'd be like a plug in like a USB power cable or something. Then I found out it was
Yeah.
batteries, no batteries included. So I spent like
that
time
film.
scrabbling around the house trying to find two AA batteries.
Can we pause for 1 second? I'm getting massive echo from someone.
Oh,
I've got my
headphones.
volume really down low, but
Test.
I've got
No
a
one else hear that?
consistent signal from Matt's microphone. I can see the little green.
oh, now
Yeah.
Hold on 1 sec. Test. I'm still getting a bit of feedback bleeding from someone's headphones, I think.
How's that? Is it me?
Test. I'm little bit, but it's not so bad. It's much better now.
it is
There's
much better.
definitely noise on Matt's microphone when he's not talking.
Okay.
All right.
Matt,
What?
am I the only one that can hear that?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything either.
I can't hear it, but I can see it on the visual.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, okay, cool. All right, sorry. Fucking hell, it's really distracting. I don't worry about it.
Can you just drop the gain a bit, Matt, on because you're quite loud anyway.
I could.
He's-
I mean, I've never changed my thing ever, but let's work it out now. Oh, hang on. I think I know why. Wow. Yeah. No, I think my mic had turned off all my background
yeah.
noise removal.
Yeah, you sound
Why did
different.
it do that? Okay, we're good.
that's test.
Wonder why that did
Oh
that.
my god, that's like a million times better.
Okay. Yeah, turn off all my decompress and everything. Nice on Elgato.
Is that going to affect your local recording, or it'll be all right?
No, fine. It's all done for the Wavelink app, so it'll just be fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Right, okay, fine. Let's get back to. I'll build you up again with that, James.
Okay.
So, James, I want to know everything. What it was like to get out of the box. What your first thoughts were. What your family thought of you buying this thing. What did Chen think when you told her that you were buying this fucking thing?
I mean, we'll come to that in a minute.
Okay.
I mean, the thing was,
Positive then.
see, I wanted to. I thought because I saw it, it was like £24, I think it was, and I just thought I'd just like a little bit of fun in my life.
That's
you know, a
gone
bit.
down since you last told me.
Was it? What did
was
I say?
60 before.
30,
No, it
you
was
told
definitely
me.
not 30. No, it was like
okay.
25. And yeah, I just
Look,
thought
that's gone up £1 already.
24 minutes ago.
okay, 24.99. Okay, so it's like okay, so it's 25 pounds.
Will you meet me at 28?
James, just say you bought it in euros and you haven't done the precise.
Yeah,
Calculate.
I mean, that's
exactly,
kind of what I
yeah.
was going for, but I thought I'd just give
Okay.
pounds. But anyway, so I thought, yeah, I wanted a bit of fun in my life. You know, and this looked like a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of fun.
He's planting, he's chucking grenades on the already just so he can't be like, James, it's shit, why did you buy it? Because he's like, well, look, I'm just trying to have fun. What's fucking wrong
This
with
sounds
that?
like a lot of
Miserable.
fun.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I thought it looks like a lot of fun. And
Okay,
so I
cool.
thought,
What did you think was fun about it?
I just thought, during the day, you've got this like chipper little voice, might chip in with a couple of nice sort of things that it might say,
It's
about.
like having a little. It's like having a little
Yeah.
Matt Murray around all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of positivity.
Worse,
A little bit of positivity.
Okay.
Throughout
What
the
did it
day.
just say then?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you're listening to
It says all sorts of things. It mostly asks me if I've done my homework yet. That's one of the ones that.
That
it
sounds
says-
really good for your anxiety.
Classic.
That sounds so fun.
Forget
That
that,
is fun.
Sean. He's a 50-year-old man with his toys asking if he's done his homework yet.
That is a bit of fun,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
But no, I mean, I got the box. It was a massive box, even
Got the
though
box.
like massive, parcel. But then you open it, it's tiny because
Yeah.
I like to waste cardboard. And although the boxes from Nintendo are really nice, like from the Nintendo store, it's
Where
like
your money goes.
it's all no, it's all like inside. It's all like pictures of Mario and stuff. It looks really cool.
Where his money goes. Go on.
And you see, I was expecting it was going to be like USB powered, but
Right.
it's not, and it's like AA batteries, which I don't have any of. So I spent all of the time
Can't
going.
you take them out of your RC car?
Exactly.
Just like have a Lamo.
Yeah.
No, that is USB power pack.
Oh, okay.
It's which
Okay,
is very good. They had the right idea there. And I went around trying to find some batteries. I found some in a drawer, and then I put them in. But the problem was they were all like pretty much dead. And so then what kept on
They're all, like
happening?
leaking. You know when they all go
Yeah,
crusty?
expanding.
So
Fizzing away.
I put the batteries in, and then it's like you need to like set the time and everything. But I couldn't quite. I could set the time, but I couldn't set the language properly because it kept dying as I was doing that. So then I just thought, okay, well, I'll just leave this for the moment, and there's nothing I can do about it. But the trouble is that when it's low on battery, it does this really weird thing where the flower just keeps on going, which is very
I was going
odd.
to say, is it like the end of 2001? Is it going like
It is a little bit like that, and it's so next day I went out, bought some batteries and put them in, and it's been great. I mean, I had it set on, like, actually it hasn't been great. Chen absolutely despises it. She really hates it. She says that it's makes her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because you could be she's sitting there like in the front room just like reading, and then it will just suddenly
Say, have you done your
I'm
homework?
watching you.
yeah, just suddenly make like a
What are you doing?
Yeah.
it'll be like a witty quip or something like that.
He's
You know,
like,
to come up with.
Relax,
Yeah.
we're not watching. Nintendo are not watching. Relax.
The flower's like, that character dies at the end. Oh, for fuck.
But yeah, what it does, I mean, in terms of review, it does. One of the things that is useful that Chen admitted was a little bit useful was that on the hour it warns you that it's gonna, that it's like 4 o'clock or it's 3 o'clock or something like that. That's
If only we
quite
had a
useful.
device that could do that.
I was going to say some sort of timekeeping device. Maybe you could like wear it on
Yeah.
your wrist. I
Or
don't know.
one of them could you could also call people on it. I don't know. Like there's so many. So
No,
many.
James can't use his watch to tell the time now. He's too busy ordering fucking Dominoes. On
Oh yeah. The problem is that.
But yeah, and so the kids just don't care. They're not interested at all.
weird.
Apart from
Wow.
Rachel said it scared her the other morning because she gets up at like 6 to get ready to go to school and stuff. and then it just suddenly went off, and she said made a jump. She didn't like it, and so it's still here. It's still in the living room, and it looks nice. I would maintain that it looks cool. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, it looks,
I like the
nice.
look of it.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing. No one likes that character. No one thinks that's a good character. Oh, James is frozen. Frozen for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried it was me
as well.
again.
Am I frozen?
You
Yeah,
were.
you're back
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Back now. Hold on. Right, let's try that again. No one likes that character. It's not
No,
like
but-
a classic Nintendo character, is it?
No, but the reason that people don't like it is because of the voice. It's not because of how it looks.
Well, it's good
And
to
You
that's
bring out
why
a
it
toy that
speaks
is
then,
just
isn't
the
it?
voice. Yeah.
But no, it looks cool. I think it looks.
Like you're missing something.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Wow, so
30 quid.
Is it going to do that?
$4.99.
24, get it right.
So we're going to leave it on James's desk throughout the show.
God.
Don't press the button anymore, James.
I won't press it, no.
genuinely want
Yeah.
the flower experience while we're doing the pod.
Well,
just to
in
see.
about 40 minutes, we'll be told that it's 11 o'clock. So that's
Okay,
that's
right, I'm
good.
looking
Cannot
forward
wait.
to that. I am looking forward to that. It is not a clock, said Nintendo on their spec sheet. So
Although
that's
it's
it.
got
That's
a clock on it. It's like, although the trouble is you have to like take it apart, and then underneath it's got like a little thing.
You are joking. So it's
What's the
so
point?
there does have a visible clock on it, but it's hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's hidden.
Basically,
yeah.
yeah.
they've
It's
hidden
hidden.
the
It's hidden in the
Right.
flower pot. You see. So yeah.
Right.
Just see.
So they've done an alarm clock, they've done a talking flower. What the hell are they going to do next? Clearly they're into this now.
Whatever it is going to be a lot of fun.
And
They're
you'll-
going
and you'll- and
to
you'll
release a cum cake. Right, should we
Don't do that. Don't
get
Oh,
to...
I might buy that
is
one.
That's, that's it for the feedback, isn't it? Fucking James will. Let's get some feedback from our listeners.
Yeah.
They'll love it, did they?
Yes, Stig has got in touch. Hello, gents. Read a question about using your gaming knowledge in the wild. I do love spotting random nerd things in the wild, and the closest I've come is spotting my wife's colleague sporting the Skyrim logo. Also, a bartender. Have I missed some words in? No, I forget. Also, a bartender has had the symbol of the band Coheed and Cambria tattooed on his arm. You really have to know the band to know that symbol. I've had it happen to me too. I have Jin Kasama's tattoo. Yes, I know. I was 18 when I got it and thought it looked cool. And 2008, when I was lining up to get some food on holiday, some random guy comes up to me and points at it and says, Tekken, right? Obviously, it's not as niche as PS1 music, but he's the only person that ever pointed out in 22 years of having it. But it felt pretty cool at the time that someone recognised it for more than just a random tribal pattern. I have a few tattoos based on things I love, but that's the only one anyone has ever acknowledged knowing what it is. Thanks from Stig. P.S. Sorry about the tedious argument, because obviously Stig was involved
I
in
didn't
it
think
all.
it was
Kurt.
tedious. I thought it was good.
No, I did. But I did also wanted to know how it panned out. There was quite a bit of back and forth in our Discord about that argument as well. Wasn't there?
Yeah,
Quite
carried on.
heated.
It carried on if you want more. Go to our Discord.
Yep.
I'll move on. Tom C has some feedback, so let's listen to what he's got to say. Has message. On the topic of crap early 2000s branded kart races, it may please you to learn that Europa Park, continental Europe's third most popular theme park, which we mentioned before in the last
that was
couple
the
of weeks,
one
I'm
that
sure.
James went to, right? Was it that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, James has
I've
been
there.
there.
Yeah.
They released a branded kart race only last year for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. In Ed and Edda Grand Prix Racing Champions, you can race around tracks that are allegedly supposed to represent various European cities, playing as your favourite character from the beloved Europa Park pantheon, including Ed Uramus,
Euromouse.
Edda Uramouse, Louis or Louis the French Chicken, Bockley the Swiss Goat, Richard the British Lion, and the sinister Transylvanian Raven, Naktrab. I haven't played it, and I honestly can't recommend you buy it, but now they've established that James' disrespect for German law extends to a willingness to defraud the people of Europa Park. Perhaps he could steal you a bunch of copies from their shop, then speed all the way home with his fist in the air. Peace and love from Tom C.
What
So
weird...
I had a look at this on Steam.
Hyper-specific racing game.
Would you like to know how? I don't know how many it's sold, but I can tell you how many user reviews it has.
Go on.
On what platform?
On Steam, this is. So bearing in mind, even like the most moderately successful game is going to have like 100, 200 plus
Yeah.
reviews. 4 people
Wow.
have reviewed, and they weren't positive.
One of them was Tom
So,
C. Or...
I don't know. Not sure. I think it's just people who've left ratings. I don't think there's any actual like written reviews.
Some of the
great game.
branding in it. I'm looking at gameplay footage. You could buy a Lidl, or you could race a Lidl branded car. It's like it's blue, white, and red, and has the Lidl logo on it. What the
Amazing.
fuck? Or Lidl, as they're trying to now
Lidl,
call
yeah.
themselves. Fuck off.
Is
wanna
Europa
play
Park
this.
this big of a brand in Europe, James, that like it warrants its own kart racer?
I really don't think so. No, it's I've never seen it even advertised anywhere else. It's like I don't. Yeah,
It's
been
like
there,
it's
but
like saying, "Oh, there's a new game coming out. It's Londis Tennis."
Tell you what though,
I'll
I
play
have
that.
got Ed Euromouse hats.
Nice.
That we got when we for the kids when we were there. Not
Put
wearing
them
it.
on.
Nope.
Get on now.
That is a shame.
Well, I
got
think,
it.
James, if your family know about this is a perfect present for Christmas. Little family gift for
Yes.
everyone. So look,
What a
look,
treat.
everyone. I've bought us as a family gift for Christmas. We can all play Ed and Edda Grand Prix Racing Champions.
I could stream it with Asher. He'd love it.
Yeah, don't do it, would you?
Well, get that done.
Monsieur Onidou has messaged bonjour, bon I can't speak. Bon anniversaire.
Sorry.
Did you do
disons,
French in high
sacre-
school? This is
Yeah, but I can barely do
Yeah, but you
English.
forget all that stuff, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm looking. Sorry, underneath the Ed and Edda Grand Prix of Europe review on YouTube, I'm looking at the comments under it, and some of them are funny. One of them just said, "Thank you for the review." I'm assuming it's a boss. Someone said, "Between
It's a boss.
Crash Team Racing and Ed and Edda, which one would you recommend?" The reviewer just replied, "Crash Team Racing." Yeah, I like it. But is it as good as Garfield Racing or Racing with Ryan?
I really think there is a series where we play all these shit kart races.
100%.
Yeah,
We got to
yeah.
do this. Yeah.
Okay, we'll start again.
Sorry.
Monsieur Onidou, bonjour, bon anniversaire, disons, sacre bleu. It has been some time since I contacted you about playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I lost steam because it isn't actually a very good first Monster Hunter game. That said, what a punchline it would be if after so long podcasting with Mr. Bell, Mr. Turner became... Oh, there's a comma there. If after so long podcasting with Mr. Bell, Mr. Turner became a Monster Hunter fan because Mr. Denton mentioned it un time. Au revoir. Monsieur Onidou. Never message us again, Monsieur Onidou. Never do
Monge
that.
2, mate. Monge
Yeah.
2. Like, I would, I can't believe I'm quoting fucking Only Fools and Horses, for fuck's sake. Denton's
That's what I
tried.
say, it's not like you
Denton has tried many times to get me into Monster Hunter. And to be honest with you, I've never played it. I don't know why. I don't know
Yeah,
why I've not given it
I
a
can't
go.
believe
I
it
think-
either when he mentioned last week because me, John, and Jay and others I played for a bit. And I can't. I thought you had played with us.
No, never played
know what I mean?
it. So yeah, maybe it's just one of those things that I've avoided, and then I'll get to and go, "This is the greatest thing ever," like Mass Effect, and
Yeah, the world was so good.
that's about it. Yeah,
Brilliant.
yep.
Sean Richards, the caliber of your guest is always incredible, but John Denton is a standout personally. I'm hoping he now can record even when it's raining. He might grace the show before 2029.
Well, he's gone to the back of the list again, hasn't he? But back of the queue,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
I'm
see
sure
him for
we'll see
years.
him again. I'm sure we'll see him again. But well, he's got to wait. He's got to wait in line.
Yeah,
Okay.
big old queue there. Colin, hey up lads, love the last show, another banger. Despite the absence of the news hound, Sean did a phenomenal job. While I love all the guests that appeared over the years, it's a real treat to hear John Dent's sultry, deep voice. Stay blessed, boys. Love you lots, and lots like jelly tots.
He's gonna love this, and it annoys me. Annoys me a little bit. I could see him with his little grin on, with his headphones in.
Well, I feel
Listen
like
to
it's
hip-hop
important,
in
but
the
when we have a guest on and people send in nice things about them, they should hear it because obviously sometimes we'll get nice things in the feedback form, and like I'll share it in our WhatsApp group or whatever, and you think, well, because you don't want half an hour of people just saying nice things about us, though we do really appreciate people sending that stuff in. But of course, if you're just a guest, you're not going to be privy to that information, so we should read them out.
Sure,
Let
but it's
them know
better
they're
when they say
appreciated.
nice things about us,
Yes,
and
I
not
do
the
prefer
guests. Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
We
when
get
you
that
say
all the
about us?
time.
Not enough for me, mate.
Not enough.
I want it. I want it every day.
I will say, as,
Gonna keep
as,
you
as
going.
someone who was on the show for about 4 minutes last week and then wasn't on it, listening back,
Yeah.
particularly to the bit where John mentioned Dead as Disco, it felt like an old Chet and John's episode. Like the fact he pulled out a game I hadn't heard of. I'm not sure it's like the way he described it, the words he used, or how he articulated it. It really truly felt like I was listening to Chet and John's again. So yeah, it's bloody great.
Cool.
Capone Adam has messaged, during last week's feedback, I was expecting someone to bring up something, but nobody did, so here I am. Early on, during your first impressions of Pragmata, David is incredibly enthusiastic and says that he is genuinely fascinated to hear what James thinks of the game. 20 minutes later, the discussion is wrapped up without so much as a squeak from him. You did mention him nodding off in the episode, and I didn't watch the episode live, so I couldn't tell. So what happened here? Is this where he fell asleep? Why didn't you just wake him up? Anyway, I too am fascinated to hear James's thoughts on Pragmata, especially as he has an interesting history of Capcom games. Next time he shows up, please start the What Have You Been Playing segment with Pragmata and get his thoughts ahead of him going to sleep again. Thanks.
I wasn't there.
You have misunderstood Capone.
Yeah,
No, this
yeah.
is 2 weeks. He hadn't played it. And I was excited that James might end up playing it, and I'm excited to hear what he thinks about it. It wasn't that he'd played it for hours, and I went, I can't
And
wait
then-
to hear what James thinks about it. Anyway,
And then
next
we moved
game,
on.
like, that would be a bit much, yeah. But no, he's. Have you played it yet, James?
No, I still haven't played it. It's but I will. It's next. It's next on my list to get to because I just finished Life is Strange. So yeah, that's after that.
You could
Got that coming up
prioritize
later.
that.
Well, some of us care about the spoiler cast show, Sean.
Yeah.
the
Some of us
Yeah,
are
come
really.
on.
Some of us are trying their best to care about doing this.
No, it's far, it's
Sure,
good.
how
Some
far
of
are you
us-
through?
Some of us
I'm in
said-
like. Go on, sorry.
Some of us said you don't have to do the spoiler cast, and we'll go ahead of it. And then some of us said, no, I'll do it. And then some of us hasn't done it. So
I think I assumed that James wasn't playing it this week either. And I
Oh,
thought, well,
you
I'll
never
just wait.
assume.
When James plays it, I'll get on board. But now that James has finished it, I'll do it this week.
all right,
Because
we'll
else we'll
see.
forget all
Which
the...
is a shame because next week we've got other stuff to do. But never mind.
Yeah, but some of us want to do a spoiler cast.
Yeah.
And some of us has already forgotten large portions
Some of us,
that game.
exactly, yeah. Some of us wants to do it before it becomes a distant memory.
Yep.
Alberto Bolsam has messaged. Hey guys, just wanted to address the recent moves from Xbox, specifically with reducing their Game Pass prices in an unexpected turn of events.
Whoa!
we should save
You're
this.
preempting the news here.
Oh,
Well, I thought
Yeah.
it'd be a nice segue. That's why I put it at the end.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Just mucking
you
around.
really back down from that, didn't you? You really fucking. Hey, that's better. Oh yeah, no problem. Actually, no problem.
I know you mentioned it on the pod, but it seems that the TCGS crew is mostly soured on Game Pass / Xbox in general. I want to share my thoughts as at least one gamer who still gets good value from Game Pass. While still being on a budget, I like to try a variety of titles and think that Game Pass still offers lots of new and varied titles. I've also enjoyed listening to what you guys have been playing, getting to try out some of the games you mentioned while not breaking the bank, especially if I don't end up getting on with the game. Is great. I know ownership is important, especially while so much media nowadays is rented, but I do think gaming as a hobby tends to be on the pricier side, and having an access point like Game Pass is very much appreciated. Dave and James are quite vocal around Ash's direction with Xbox, and obviously making things cheaper seems to be a step in the right direction. Just thought I would weigh in while trying not to sound too much like Xbox's PR. Love the pod each and every week.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's any service, so you're going to get people that it works for. I think for us at the moment, why are we so quiet on it? I just don't know if I'm getting my money's worth out of it. That's why I'm a little bit sort of down on it as a service. And
But you're paying every month, aren't you? Yeah.
well, you have to at the moment, don't you?
Well, no. I mean, again, the difference in my mindset is different because I bought like 3 years, I don't know, like a year ago, and I don't think about it.
No.
Whereas if I
but
was
then
paying every
once
month,
it's
I
done-
might be. Yeah, obviously when it's done, but
Yeah, when it's done, you're going to be paying monthly again, which is
no, you can still stack. I mean, I stacked this time.
only
I think-
3 months worth though. You can only buy you can't buy a year's worth of Game Pass, can you?
Isn't it a bit of a risk stacking now though as well? Like if they start discounting.
Well,
things
this is
and
it.
all
I mean, one of the
Well,
things
yeah.
that I did was buy 6 months worth of Game Pass. I bought 2 lots of 3 months from Loaded or whatever, and it's cheaper now. It's like, oh, good, oh, brilliant. So I've sort of overspent on a few months. I mean, don't get me wrong, you get yours for about 26p, don't you, for a year, Matt, because of all the sort of hoops that you jump through.
Well,
Um,
it was definitely cheaper. I mean, I mean, I was under the impression I could still do the stacking thing, but maybe
what,
that
like
has
3
changed. I don't know.
years worth of?
I mean, that's what I did. I bought like three.
I don't
I
think
bought.
you can.
I, mean, I must have done it before they were changing their rules, and that's why I did it. But yeah, I bought like 3 years of core, and it converted to like 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they
anyway, I just feel
stopped all
like
that.
that's why my mindset is different, because I'm not thinking every month, oh, 15 quid a month or 20 quid a month. Like, what am I really using it for? I just kind of like paid it, and then now I don't think about it. So I still think if I played the old game, it's still worth it because I've forgotten
Yeah,
about
and,
that.
and of course you're not paying anywhere near what we're paying at the moment. Like you just did 3 years worth of core and then changed it or whatever it was. Like you're still getting it at a really good price. When that price shoots up, you do go.
Yeah, then I
"Am
will
getting enough
question
out of
it. Yeah.
See, that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, mine expired, so I haven't re-upped it yet. I'm waiting. I've got a code, but I'm waiting for a time for when we're playing something which we've got to play, and then I'll activate it because it's. Yeah, I don't at the moment. I don't see. There's nothing there that I really want to play, and
Well,
so
you don't play online either, do you?
no,
Much?
exactly.
So
So it's
whereas that's a huge part of what I do is I play.
Mhm.
Like to play Art Raiders online, you still have to pay for Xbox Live, right? That
Yeah.
that is a thing.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And if I
bit
want to play that,
frustrating.
I can still. It's cross-platform as well now, so just play it on
Okay, so
PlayStation.
Louis P in the chat saying there is now no option for new subscribers to pay annually. He says there's still codes available for 3 months, etc., but there's no option to buy more than a month from Xbox directly.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. So,
which I
I
guess
was
is
getting
to
the
stop
3 months
people-
worth.
Which I guess it's A, to stop people stacking, but also to prevent situations like yours, Dave, where you now feel like you've paid over the odds for the next few months, and then
Yeah. Which I'm not bitter about. I was happy to pay for that 6 months when I bought it. And to be fair, I'm a few months into that already, so it's not the end of the world. But there is part of me that's like, do I really want to go and spend a year on Xbox Game Pass? Because what the fuck is that service going to be this time next year?
yeah.
I was still on the impression you can still at least like buy core and convert, but maybe things have changed. Even if I know the conversion rate is
Why
not
would
like
they
used to be
do
1
that?
to 1.
That's not in their interest anymore, there is it? Like at the
Yeah.
time, it was to try and get people on core to upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate, and now that's it's not the sort of thing
Can
they
you
want to do.
imagine
is
being
it?
a new CEO and coming in and being like finding out that like, oh, so basically everyone just does this thing, so that it's like £6 a month. And it's like, and you just let them.
It's like
Are
you
you
did.
fucking-
You did what?
Yeah.
Look, I
mad?
really, because you know where it's going though, Sean. The one bit of that service that I still absolutely do is game share,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a day where it stops, and that is gonna absolutely kill me.
Well, you know what
I think
they'll do.
I think it's already changed a bit. I don't think I've talked about this. So because Isaac's really excited about Forza Horizon 6, and because he's got a device, he's got his Retroid device, which does xCloud streaming really well. So I got him an Ultimate sub, and then because his account is on the Xbox, I can play Game Pass stuff on
Yes.
my account, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, right, cool. So I loaded up Forza Horizon 5, and the game loaded up, but then I couldn't do any online stuff. And then so I googled it, and it now says that Game Share includes your library, but not online play. Well, it didn't specifically say not online play, but it wasn't in the list, which then tallied with my experience.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't
for
know if
like
that's
new
right.
customers or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right because Harry still plays FIFA online with his friends,
Does he?
and and he
Yeah,
hasn't got a subscription. I've got the subscription.
Yeah.
But is that because that's like an existing one that you've had, so it's continued
No,
on?
because
Whereas
we've been doing
Sean's
the
is a
free
new one.
we've been doing the 3 month card things recently.
Okay. No, I don't
So,
know. Then.
yeah,
Do
interesting.
wonder. It just occurs to me, I was like, oh yeah, that may be a way that there's.
Mate, if they
They've
start
made it
doing
worse,
that,
but-
then there's no way I'm playing for Ultimate. Like,
Yeah.
if I've got to pay for 2 subscriptions so that myself and Harry can play online, then fuck it. I'll do core for both of us because
Yeah.
I mean, Louis P's saying it in the chat, but it's true. They probably will end up doing like a family subscription thing, like they do with like Office and stuff. You know,
I
where it's
think
just
I'd
like,
prefer that. I
you know,
think I'd prefer that because if that covered, like, because eventually Charlie's going to want something, and then suddenly the Game Pass, the game share thing doesn't really work for us because
Yeah.
it only does it with 2 people. So if I can buy something that covers all three of us, then great. But
Yeah, we
the
have the
thing,
same
'cause, like-
thing with like Rachel and Asher because it's like they're sharing my like PSN library, but I can only do that on one machine, like not on two.
Right.
So it's like
yeah.
I have to choose who's going to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause, like
yeah.
currently, so I'm back to not having access to my Switch 2 anymore because my wife's addicted to Pokopia. So it's like, so she's like, oh well, how much are these? And I'm like, well, too much.
But buy them
like,
now
I'm-
before they go up.
Well, yeah, and like obviously Isaac would like his own because of course he would. So, but it's like even if we were in a position to buy another 2 Switch 2s, which we're not, just the thought of having to buy the fucking games several times over is just too much. Like it's just not
Hmm.
feasible. So yeah, it's like, yeah. So in the case of Xbox, it's like, yeah, okay, if there's a more expensive family sub, that's still better for Xbox than me just going, well, I'm just not going to bother if there's going to be, if we're having to buy multiple copies of games every
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just leave it. Like,
Yeah. Shit. innit?
I mean,
Yeah, and
James,
of-
what? Sorry, go on. I'll
Of
change the
course, it's
subject.
different when you could still do physical,
yeah.
but Harry's got a Series S that doesn't
Mhm.
take discs, so
Hmm.
it's all got to be digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worrying where all this shit's going. Really.
Mm.
I mean, have you used to just got the one Switch 2, James, in your family?
Yeah, I've only got one.
No,
No, we've got two.
Yeah,
No, we've got
two.
because
yeah,
Asher's
they had
got
two
one as
day
well.
one, didn't they?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
And a alarm clock and a flower.
It's a lot of fun, David. It's a lot of fun.
Should we get to the news?
Yeah, why not? So yeah, I mean, there's been a whole ton of just Xbox stuff again, because they like being in the news to tell
I
us.
mean, it's not all negative.
No, it's not.
No, it's
And
actually
this-
been a good week.
It's actually not
Mostly
bad,
this
yeah.
is all. I mean, yeah, compared to with usual, it's it's all, I'd say broadly positive stuff. I mean, so the first story is, I mean, I've done this in kind of like chronological order, because there's a lot of stuff happened. So they've dropped Game Pass prices. So for UK people, Game Pass was $22.99 a month, and that's now going down to $16.99 a month. And PC Game Pass is going down to $10.99 from $13.49. But they are removing new Call of Duty games from as like day one releases, like, so you won't get that anymore. And any future Call of Duty games they said they will be added during the following holiday season, about a year later. This is according to Microsoft. But the existing Call of Duty games will remain on the service. Like, they're not just going to like take them off there. It's just new stuff that comes out. This is what they said. They said, our players cover a wide breadth of geographies, preferences, and tastes. So while there isn't a single model that's best for everyone, this change responds to a lot of feedback we've gotten so far. We'll continue to listen and learn. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I guess this is a good thing for everyone involved. I think maybe people that just liked playing a Call of Duty game, and this was just a cheaper way for them to do it on top of their usual Game Pass stuff they get out of that service. They'll feel a little bit pissed off, but after the last Call of Duty, I doubt it. It was so shit. We don't know what Call of Duty is this year, do we?
No,
I mean,
it's
is there
been-
one this year?
It's not
They
been
having a year
confirmed
off?
yet.
It'll be at
It's
the
not
June
been
thing,
confirmed
won't it? That's when
Yeah,
they'll
it's fair,
reveal
yeah.
whatever it is they're going to be doing. I mean, the thing that's
God.
interesting about this is, do we think that we could see like other, like the first party stuff also coming out of this?
That's the
you know?
worry, isn't it? Because I think Call of Duty's the easiest one to do because we're still relatively new to it being part of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fine, for that to go away again doesn't really sting. But yeah, if they're like, oh, by the way, the next Forza Horizon isn't, I'll be like, come on.
Yeah, that's what's going to be interesting. I think they would have
Yeah,
announced, or maybe it's too
I
close.
don't think
to
they
the
would.
launch
I
for
mean,
them
I
to-
think
Not yet.
I think now that'd be madness to do this, and then suddenly say, oh, and now also no Forza. I think that'd be wild.
See-
I think they're much more right to have another tier, which could be like, if you want the first party titles, they're in this tier. This one doesn't have them. That one doesn't. I think that's more like to do than a blanket removal. But
See, I think
Yeah, I
this
think you're
is
right, yeah.
ultimately going to be. I think they probably want to reposition Game Pass to be a bit more like PSN, basically, where it's like, there's a lot of games on the service. They keep adding stuff all the time, but then the big, the first party games and stuff, they will be on there, but it could be later. You have to wait, for them to appear, and so they can make money off the
But
off
it is
the-
strange,
off the
isn't it?
initial
Like,
release.
because like I said, like when I got the PS5 and played Death Stranding 2 for the first time, and I was just like, this is premium as fuck, and you don't get that same feeling. And I feel like Xbox stuff all being on Game Pass is part of that. Like John was saying about it all feeling a bit disposable. I think which is I'm not saying like I'll be underwhelmed by Forza Horizon 6. I think it's going to be amazing. But I think that like the fact that first party stuff will never be on PSN, like I do think that sort of gives it some weight, even though that weight is 70 to 80 quid.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But they do, because the stuff does eventually end up on PSN. Usually, it's just usually a couple
Spider-Man
of
2
years.
is on there.
Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I need to fucking play that.
Yeah.
yeah. You
but
should
I mean,
absolutely play that. It's mad that you haven't actually, Sean. You'd fucking love it. And
Yeah, I mean, I
also-
never played it properly either, and I loved the first two. I just, I had it, I just didn't for whatever reason,
Did
didn't
ya?
get in.
You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
play it?
I started it, and something else came out or whatever. But
Excellent.
yeah, no, madness. But I mean, we were speaking previously about this getting cheaper and there being different tiers, but like we're still waiting for their ad supported tier. Like I think that's probably how they will get to a tier that's I don't know 6, 7, 8, 9 quid. I don't know, like a lot cheaper because it is ad supported. I think that's
There's more related to this. So there's also like after this, there's also be more reports. None of this is actually confirmed that there's going to be like a starter edition of Game Pass, which will include a Discord sub. This is according to like leaked images from that it's going to be bundled with like Discord Nitro for $9.99, and then you'll get like 50 games and 10 hours a month of cloud streaming time, and also Xbox rewards. So this is like similar to the essential tier of Game Pass that they already had, but then you also get Discord Nitro as well as part of it.
Sorry, I thought this is a reward for Discord Nitro customers rather than this doesn't include Discord Nitro. This is like a benefit of that, isn't it?
No, this is like a starter edition of this, where you get like the basically Game Pass essential, and then you get Discord Nitro with it as well. That's how I read this.
Yeah, I must be wrong. Yeah, I thought it's like if you're
Oh,
Discord,
Matt
if you're Discord,
challenged you there
I
with
thought
a
if you're
news
Discord
round. Stood his
Nitro
ground.
subscriber, then you get this special version of Game Pass,
Right.
rather than if you buy a
just-
special version of Game Pass, you get Discord Nitro.
It says according to the leaked images, Game Pass Starter Edition will be bundled with Discord Nitro for
No. But
$9.99
if
a
you
month.
look at the image, it says Discord Nitro $9.99. Subscribers can soon enjoy free access to Xbox Game Pass Starter Edition.
So it'll be bundled.
So I think Matt's right.
Oh,
Yeah, but Game Pass is the benefit if you're a Nitro subscriber rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I mean, it's semantics here, because you still get both
semantics.
things.
In James's defence, the way it's written in the article, sorry, Eurogamer, is not clear. It's only when I looked at the image below, I was like, oh no, right, no, Matt is definitely right.
Okay.
I
James,
didn't
thoughts?
look at the image below, so yeah. That's,
James, come on, mate. Come on.
all right. Well, look, do
It's
you
your
want to
first
just
show
hear?
back for a while? You need to fucking come in like a proper
Look,
newsman.
it's
and
the
not
same
just
thing.
Say wrong shit.
It's the
been
same
through
thing.
this.
You still get the two things. You still get Discord Nitro,
It's
and you
not the
still
same.
get
You
Game
can't
Pass
double
Starter.
down on
No,
this, James.
one's a
It's the
benefit of
opposite of
one.
what you said.
You don't.
It
Anyway,
doesn't matter ultimately.
It does matter.
This
a
is
little
the
bit, mate.
news.
It does
Anyway.
matter, doesn't it?
Yes, it does
not
matter.
Right now,
not moving
ChatGPT
on.
is listening to this and being like, "Oh right, so it comes with Xbox. You get Discord Nitro with Xbox Live. Okay, I'll tell people that."
Okay,
That's
okay.
being
You don't get
regurgitated.
Discord Nitro with Game Pass Starter Edition. You get Game Pass Starter Edition with Discord Nitro. Okay,
Yeah.
are we
Why
are
do
we
you
happy
sound
with
pissed
that?
off with us? Why are you pissed off with us?
I'm not pissed off. I'm just
Why are you having a go at
clarifying.
me?
Why
You
haven't they got?
made a mistake. I'm just clarifying.
I got them the wrong way round. I
I was helping
And-
you. The feedback would be a nightmare otherwise. I was saving your ass.
Do you want to hear what Jez Calden's got to say?
I want to
Absolutely
hear
not.
you
I don't
know if I do.
apologise. more than
Absolutely
anything
not.
So
Go on then.
he's heard that Asher Sharma wants to make Game Pass more modular and customizable, so that you can apparently to pick and choose which elements you like. So it's like a cable package, basically. I think is the idea. So yeah, but there you
I don't know
go.
if is that just going to make it more confusing?
Yeah, I mean they've already got too many fucking tiers.
Yeah, but
Why
they
the
love
hell like
it.
this?
Microsoft love coming up with new
They've
tiers
got,
and
more,
new.
they've got more tiers than fucking customers these days. It's weird. Like,
It
it's
is,
just
yeah.
bizarre. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell people when they come to me and go, "What should I get for my kid?"
You tell them
I don't
that they
fucking
get
know.
No, you tell them they get Discord Nitro with Game Pass. not
And they'll
Game
go,
Pass
well,
with
actually, it's
Discord
the other way
Nitro.
round.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
what I heard on a popular video gaming podcast.
It's the
Like-
exact same thing.
If us three can't explain the various benefits of these various tiers, then you know they fucked up. Like we
did all right,
we
mate.
can name the tiers, but it's like, oh yeah, this one it was core. Now it's this starter thing, which maybe is just a Discord, but a Discord like bonus. Then we've got Ultimate, we've got the others. Like has it got cloud, not cloud? They need to simplify the whole thing, make it maybe 1 or 2 tiers.
And it's so
It's
annoying 'cause
ridiculous.
they do that thing. I know I've moaned about this before, but you know, so every month they'll be like, "Here's what's coming to Game Pass this month," and you get that one image with all the pack shots of all the games, and you're like, "Right, cool, I know what's coming out on Game Pass this month." Except now they will, if a game is coming to a lower tier that it wasn't previously on before, they will include it on that list. So every month you look at it, it's like, holy shit, there's like 20 games. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen
And like,
that.
hang on a minute, 15 of them were already on Ultimate. They're just coming to. Feels a bit sly. That. Yeah.
Okay.
So the next thing that happened was that Asher Sharma and Matt Booty released a letter called "We Are Xbox," which was kind of like a communication to the community and to staff and all that kind of thing about where they're going with everything. I'm taking all of this completely at face value this time. I think that's the best approach. So the main thing is Microsoft Gaming is now going to be it's just going to be called Xbox again. That's what's going to happen. They binned off the idea of calling it Microsoft Gaming. I'd forgotten that they'd renamed it Microsoft Gaming.
I think we all
When
have,
did that
didn't we?
happen?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it happened in around the time when they were making the acquisitions and they wanted to have like I don't know. But anyway, this is the right move.
Yeah. So the idea is that they said so. This is all in sections. I'm going to go through a couple of the sections. So they had "We Have Work to Do" was the beginning. It says new feature drops on console have been less frequent. Our presence on PC isn't strong enough. Pricing is getting harder for people to keep up with, and core experiences like search, discovery, social, and personalization still feel too fragmented. That all sounds completely fair to me. Like genuinely, that all sounds that all sounds totally fair. But then also the letter also talks about how player expectations are different now, and that people have attention spans obviously spread across different forms of media, and also that people don't just want to play together, but they also want to create as well, like with things like Minecraft and Roblox and all that kind of stuff. And she argues that console is remaining stable and it's large, and that Windows represents more players and more hours, and there's more competition there. But then also she said games are more expensive to make, and it's a big risk, especially because a lot of the recent sort of big hits are from single teams or like small creators. And so she concludes by saying, the model that got us here won't be the one that takes us forward. But then she says, Xbox will be where the world plays. And then I've got a quote. She said, "We will build a global platform that connects players and creators everywhere. Console is at the foundation, delivering a premium experience, and cloud brings that experience to any device. You can play where you want, and your games, progress, friends, and identity stay with you across console, PC, mobile, and cloud. Xbox will be built to be affordable, personal, and open. We will offer flexible pricing so it's easy to get started and keep playing. The experience will adapt to you, letting you customize how you play, helping you to find what you love, and connecting you with the right people. And we will be open.
Shut up, Flower. Stop getting involved.
And we will be open to all creators, from individuals to the largest studios, giving anyone with the tools to reach a global audience and keep their games growing over time. Our new North Star will be daily active players. We will execute this through 4 priorities: hardware, content, experience, and services." And yeah, so that's the whole thing, which sounds fine. And then she's got here, there are 10 points. So this is in terms of what Xbox means. She gave 10 points as to what these are. She said, "We have to be honest about where we are. We're a challenger, and meeting this moment will require pace, energy, and a level of self-critique that should feel uncomfortable." And then she said, "At our best, we, 1, earn every player. 2, protect our art. 3, stay rebellious. 4, progress over perfection. 5, signal..."
Sorry, rebellious? What? Rebellious in what?
Well, I mean, I took that as more that they can't do the status quo thing because they've tried to make changes, it hasn't worked. They need to actually do different things if they want to succeed a bit more.
But they've
I think.
also tried
Yeah.
being rebellious. They created Game Pass and it hasn't really
Yeah.
done what it
and,
needed
and
to.
TV.
And And then, okay, 5, signal over ceremony. 6, core before more. 7, outwork the problem. 8, speed is
8,
learning.
running out of ideas. 9, has anyone got any others? 10, be better.
This is quite good. 8, speed is learning. 9, this is what it says. 9, makers over managers. And 10, clarity is kindness.
I mean, I'll take makers over managers. That's good. I don't know what speed is learning means though.
Yeah.
Am I thick?
I think surely that's
Sonic
surely
the
that's-
Hedgehog is going, no, it's
Yeah.
not.
I imagine that's more like the whole like fail fast thing. It's best to try, try,
Right, yeah,
fail,
yeah.
and the faster you are, the more you can learn, and that helps in the long run.
Clarity
yeah.
is kindness. I don't know if I believe that. I think you can be clear in a very unkind way if you want.
So yeah, so that's what they've got to say about the direction of Xbox. And yeah.
I mean, I've got to say, I read this and I was like, okay, this feels really positive. It could just be words, and we've been over this before, so I won't get into that. But I read it's like, okay, well, they were honest about the fact that they're not where they need to be. I thought it was interesting the fact they said, oh yeah, we're a challenger. I mean, they're Microsoft, for goodness sake.
Yeah, but it would be weird if they went, we're where we need to be, because everyone can see they're not.
Well, but they say console remains stable and large. I'm like, that I'm not sure. But I read this and thought, okay, well, this feels like a positive new step. It's just actually putting
It was a good.
I suppose
doing
the
the things that need to be done,
question
basically.
is, like,
it's a good co-pilot prompt. Yeah, this letter. But yeah.
like a leader of an organization can say this stuff. I suppose the proof in the pudding will be in like over the next 12 months. Do other people at Xbox feel like this is trickling down and making any difference to the way they do things day to day? Who knows?
Matt,
the quote that gets me, sorry, James, is the what is it? What was the phrase? Content over management, or what was it? Creators over
makers over managers.
Makers over management. Let's see what happens to the studios they own from here,
Yeah.
because that will be the big thing, won't it? I mean, we all are worried about Double Fine, for example.
More so this week. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Okay. And if they're coming out with statements like makers over management, but we are letting these ones go, like that is a very bad look quite early after a statement from this. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing. Sorry, James, you had a question, did you?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you read? Because I know you read like hit points as well. Yeah.
I haven't read this week's, but I know he is all about that. Green shoots, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was quite interesting because he was talking about this, like the focus on that line of our new North Star will be daily active players, and how that's a bit weird as being like your metric for, because that like daily active players, that means potentially people just coming on to play Roblox or whatever. It's not that, which maybe doesn't grow the like the breadth of content, if you see what I mean, on the platform.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I can assume fewer people play on Xbox. I have moved over to PlayStation 5 this generation, and so actually the previous one as well. So maybe it's more that, but hearing that's the kind of stuff you hear about CCUs and all the stuff you see about if a game is doing not so well on Steam, looking at the concurrent players, etc. So it's a bit concerning. Also, one thing I thought was interesting. I mean, I can't find the exact quote, but obviously they said something about price and being able to access stuff wherever they are. I really think they're going to go back to doing that stick thing that they scrapped before because they couldn't get it cheap enough. I think they'll double down and go back to that.
That could be the way that they make it, like in their mind, affordable. Would be if it's through cloud streaming, because of. I mean, there was a story on Games Industry.biz like just a little while ago before we started recording, which was talking about how Microsoft was saying, the hardware costs are going up. It could impact Project Helix as well. And then somebody did that post to that, I think you should leave. I wonder who did this.
Yeah, because when they had the streaming stick, and then I think Phil said, we couldn't quite get to where we want to get to. Like at that point, maybe he was hoping to get us like 50 quid or 100 quid, but now being able to play an Xbox titles via cloud on a device that's only 100 quid, 150 is a bargain compared to the console. So actually, maybe that if they do get to the price they tried to before, it might be viable now because of the state of the market and the industry. So I really think, some of the stuff I said in here, I think they're going to try and do whatever they can to get a streaming stick of sorts, bundle it with a controller. The stuff we said they should have done years ago. Have a stick with a controller with a bundle, 3 months of Game Pass, get a lot of front and wall tills in stores, brilliant. Have like a portal-like device to play Game Pass and/or streaming games from your Xbox. Like these are things that
I think if they're
would
going to
massively
do
help.
that, they need to move away from Xbox Cloud Gaming being part of a subscription service. I think they need to get to the point where you can buy a game and stream that straight away. That you don't have to pay an additional fee to stream that game that you've just bought.
Yeah,
I
because
think that's-
essentially, if you're buying a console and paying your Game Pass sub, currently, technically, you're subsidizing other people's cloud gaming, aren't you?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yep. And more importantly, I still find it really odd, or I like it hit me when I was playing. So I bought, for example, Dispatch on the PlayStation, so I could play it on my PlayStation Portal. So I bought a Portal, I've bought Dispatch. Yet I cannot play Dispatch on the Portal unless
You
I
have
pay
the
for their
premium
premium
sub, yeah.
subscription
Well,
service.
you could through cloud streaming, but you can play it through remote play.
Right? But that means that I have to buy the Portal and the game
And a PS5.
and a PS5
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Like it feels a bit shit. I think if Microsoft are looking to go down this route, they have to say we cannot hide. Cannot gate this service behind a monthly charge.
I don't think
That
they're going
need-
to do that because everything for Microsoft is subscription services. It's like
I
their
get
whole
that.
business model is based on that. And
I
it's,
get that, but
you
they're
know,
removing stuff from their subscription service on Xbox. So I'm hoping that they realise that actually there's a better way of doing this. You can play Game Pass games via cloud streaming if you subscribe. That's fine. But if you buy a game on Xbox, I want to be able to stream it on a streaming device without paying an additional charge for that. And I think that is important. I think that's important for the consumer because if you get to the point where you go up to a till and you say, "Look, you can stream your games with this £100 device and it comes with a controller or whatever, £150 device and it comes with a controller and you can play all the latest games." Cool, I'll buy FIFA for that then for my kid and then they can play that on there. Cool. You also need to pay £20 a month. Like it's that's
Yeah,
when
you're
they go,
right.
What the
It
hell?
feels-
I'm getting ripped off here. What
I
the
think
fuck?
still people expect to have to pay a subscription or service to do that, but maybe like as Louis P said in the chat, maybe I can add one a far super cheaper. One's just cloud only or like a £5 extra. I don't know. Like I imagine people expect there will have to be some kind of service to be able to.
No, I
do
don't
it.
think they will.
No?
I don't think they will. I think if they sit there and they buy a game and something to play that game on, they shouldn't feel the need to then pay an additional monthly charge to play that game they've bought on that little machine that they've bought.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
You're
that is a
completely
statement.
right.
Maybe yeah.
It's just that I can't see it happening. The reason being is because it feels like all of these streaming services are trying to recreate cable TV packages. That this is that's what they
And now
Is
they're
it
more
just as
expensive
simple
than
as
they were.
explaining to people, look, if you buy a console, you can buy games for it. If you're buying the stick, it's like Netflix, and you either have the sub or you don't. Do not buy any games for it.
I don't think they'll go down that route because I still think they want to sell games. I think it's
Yeah.
more like Amazon Prime. So like if you've got an Amazon Fire Stick and you pay for Prime, you get this subscription service to this TV stuff. But if you buy a film on Amazon digitally,
Yeah, then you own it.
can
You
watch
can-
it
yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
stream
yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
I think that's the model they have to go for, and not one or the other. Yeah. Okay.
That's true, yeah, because and so if you, I've never tested this. I assume, if you buy a film on Amazon, you rent a film on Amazon. If you don't have a Prime subscription, you can still watch the film.
Yeah,
right?
100%. Yeah,
so
you can still stream it.
Mhm.
It's like, could you imagine if you didn't have a Prime subscription and you bought a film for £10 on Amazon and they went, right, now subscribe for
Now
Prime
also
so you can
subscribe,
watch it.
Yeah.
You'd go,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Are you
That is
fucking
ridiculous,
kidding me?
I suppose maybe the counter argument is that the hardware that's running an Xbox game is much more significant on the server and there's
True,
a cost,
but-
and theoretically you could buy a game and play it for 100 hours rather than just 2 hours watching a
Yeah.
film. But
Totally,
yeah,
but the average
the
consumer
principle
doesn't give a
is-
fuck about that.
yeah,
They don't. They don't give a shit how it works.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to do both.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see how that all comes out in the wash.
But yeah, the line saying Xbox were built to be affordable, personal and open, will offer flexible pricing so it's easy to get started and keep playing. If they do sell a console that's like $1,000, and also have a streamer stick that's £100, then they have a lot of bases covered. But we'll see. But
We'll
I read
see.
this, and I was largely positive. But again, they said this kind of stuff before. I just want to see actual action now.
See,
And
that's the thing, because I read this and I just thought I don't really see a huge amount here new than they said before, really. And but you know,
Are you telling me that a press release has come out and James is being a little bit cynical about it, and Matt is being quite enthusiastic?
I mean, yeah, I'm probably just like drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever. But like even the fact that they reduced Game Pass, they've said all this stuff which sounds largely positive. They have they updated the
we are
logo
Xbox
which
before,
echoes
Matt.
the old Xbox stuff. It's like they're trying to bring back.
They've said we are Xbox before. They said a toaster's Xbox. They said a fridge was Xbox. They've said all this shit before.
That's scrap though. This is different.
The one that worries me is that it mentions one of the bullet points is evolve our third-party partnerships and strengthen our 5-year slate. And you do think, but you had all those studios, you bought all those studios. You shouldn't have needed any third parties really beyond like indies, fine, but you should have had enough first-party ones to not have. So, does this mean they're looking at getting rid of more first-party studios and just sort of passing on the risk to third parties? I don't know.
Yeah.
we just don't know at this stage what's going to happen with this, because this feels like a holding pattern sort of letter to me. As in like I wouldn't look at it as being like this is like where we're going with things really.
See, and again, sorry, so another point is maintain and grow in live games and long-term stewardship. No, I want Game Pass for 5 to 10 hour indie stuff. That's what I want Game Pass for, if anything.
But that's
Do you know what I mean?
But that doesn't help your daily active players thing.
Exactly.
That's
the new North Star. And,
Yeah. Anyway, there's a bit more because they also Ash Sharma's also spoken with Stephen Totilo at GameFile about exclusives, and she said that she didn't rule out the return of these to consoles, saying she says we'll take a data-driven approach and a strategic-driven approach, and then we'll look at our principles and we'll make some calls. And then she says this is like a long swinging decision that will have like decades-long impact, and basically that they're looking at this idea of whether they should have console exclusives again or not. But doing it through, saying that they're taking a strategic data-driven approach. I mean, to me, I read that and I think they're just, I don't think that they're going to stop putting stuff on other platforms at this point. Now, it may be that they take some stuff back and say it's going to be exclusive on Xbox for like 6 months or a year or whatever, but they want to make money, and I assume that they'll probably still release on other machines.
And the games like, Forza Horizon, very sure like pre-orders are massive on other platforms, and when they have released, like Sea of Thieves did really well in its first month on PS5, so like they're mad to stop doing that. But it also does, I think it does make sense. Like we've almost come full circle. Turns out exclusives are important. Sony are pulling back and keeping their stuff just on PlayStation because they realise people buy PlayStations for the PlayStation games rather than potentially waiting on other platforms. I mean, not Xbox but PC. Like people want exclusives, and that's the reason to buy that console. So I think it makes total sense from a consumer point of view. Like financially, it probably makes more sense to get it everywhere. But yeah, as you said, James, maybe they'll just say, for a year, if you want to play it, it's on Xbox. After that, maybe it will go to PS5 or PC. But
And she also had some stuff to say about hardware. She says, I want to continue to make sure as we build hardware, software, services, we're spending just as much time on performance and playtime as we are on making sure that we can innovate to offer more affordable devices, hardware and services. And so, look, there's a reality to the market that we're in. So there's no promises around what the price points are or anything like that. But I want to make sure that people around the world are able to play.
But I want to make it very clear that we're making it. James,
yes,
get on that stage, boy.
Yeah, I know it's going to be happening, isn't it? It's but there's also a new Xbox logo, which people got very excited about as well. So, yeah.
Is it an X in the circle by any chance?
It is, yeah.
yeah, but it's not flat. It's all. Have you not seen it, Sean?
I don't think I have.
No, I've not seen it either.
Oh my god.
My word, yeah. That's huge. Huge. They also did like new versions of all the old logos as well, to kind of bring them in so they're more cohesive.
Right. It just looks like they've taken a picture of the button on the top of your pad. They're using that. That's what the new logo looks like, mate.
I mean, credit to them. They're doing a good job in terms of keeping it all in the conversation and, not really saying.
because no one else is talking about games at the moment, are they?
Yeah, I guess.
Nothing's
But,
going on.
yeah, they're keeping like Xbox out there, and people talking about it, and they're not. I mean, I don't think they're saying very much here at all. But they're managing to keep people interested. So
That is so patronising. They're doing, they're doing their best.
Giving it a bloody good go.
They're giving it, yeah.
Yeah,
They're doing. They're
so they're
getting
giving
it
it a
out
good
there,
go.
aren't they? They're really putting their name out there, and good luck to that.
Wow,
I mean,
David, they got a new logo.
What's that
and
company?
everything.
Microsoft. Yeah,
Keep an
they're
eye on
doing
those
all right,
guys.
those boys.
Tell you what,
I mean, they're a challenger. I mean, a lot of people thought that Ash would just come in and basically just sell off or destroy Xbox or close it down, basically. But it doesn't seem that way.
So
from
I
the
think-
stuff.
early
I
days,
think I
yeah.
assumed it'd be like
Yeah,
6
it is.
months before we heard of any sort of decisions. So yeah, fine, things are happening. I guess.
All right.
But
Let's
nothing's
move on.
happening. No decisions to be made. They just said,
Game Pass is cheaper and doesn't
Yeah.
have Call of Duty.
okay,
That's a
yeah,
decision.
that's true. I retract that. That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Let's move on. We still have our draft for the greatest video game console of all time to do. There is a long show ahead of us. Let's move on from Xbox, please.
Okay, would you like to hear what Miyamoto thinks about the Mario Galaxy reviews?
Absolutely.
So he was interviewed by Japanese media, comparing the reception of the first and second films, and he said, "It's true, the situation is indeed very similar. Actually, regarding the previous film, I felt that the critics' opinions did hold some validity. However, I thought things would be different this time around, only to find the criticism is even harsher than it was before. It really is quite baffling. Here we are, having crossed over from a different field, working hard with the specific aim of helping to revitalise the film industry. Yet the very people who ought
All right, Shakes, bloody hell.
yet the
Jesus.
very people who ought to be championing that cause seem to be the ones taking a passive stance." And but then he said that
God.
yeah, I mean
so embarrassing. So
It
just
was
because they don't
shit.
like the movie, they're like, well, look, we're trying to save cinema, you wankers. Either give us or do you want View and Odeon to go under? Because it will be, unless you like our shit film.
And then he did go on to say that he hoped the film would perform well in Japan because the script's been changed and it's
Well,
been
they added one.
very localized.
Good. Is it good now?
And this is what he said. He said, "So if this doesn't become a hit in Japan, I feel a sense of pressure as the person in charge of the Japanese version." So he's in charge of that. And he says to not let Illumination CEO and film co-producer Chris down. So
They
he's-
let themselves down. They've let
It's good. It's done amazing
David,
worldwide.
it's-
It'd be fine in Japan.
It's David. It's baffling why this film has been criticised.
It's a shit film. Yeah, I like the fact that because it was more positive about the first one. No, it's not doing great,
No.
Flower. It's a terrible film. Well, it is doing great. Actually, you've got a good point,
Yeah.
Flower. It is doing great.
Okay.
It's hard to tell if that was James or the Flower. To be honest with you, very similar. I don't know. I thought the film was shit, and I know he can't come out and say, "Yeah, it was shit," and he might even in his own head think it's good, but it's not. It was a shit film, and I just hope that they fucking step back and go, "Do you know what? We need to actually we need to make characters out of this, and we need to actually create a plot and some sort of interest because there's only so long this will go on before people go, oh, do you know what? Another Mario film? Fuck that."
But yeah, this one's gonna make $1 billion anyway, so I
Yeah,
don't
we'll make
see
loads.
I don't see him changing again. I mean, annoyingly,
No,
I think the
they
third one will
will.
be more the same. But,
No, I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will because there's only so far you can go with like relentlessly shit films.
but
before
this one
people
broke
stop going
the
to
previous
see it.
record, and it's already made
But the
750.
first film was okay. It wasn't shit. This was genuinely shit.
Yeah,
This
and
was
yeah,
like
like,
that's what's so
genuinely crap.
depressing, though, isn't it? It's the fact that the film wasn't good, but then also the worry that it might not matter that it's
no,
not
because it's doing
good.
better than the first one.
Yeah.
So
They might just keep
Yeah,
getting
but
away with it.
that's really short-sighted. I think eventually
I hope
people
you're
do
right.
cotton on to this stuff, and the patience will go. They've got to do better. I could not quite believe what I was seeing on the screen. To be quite honest with you, it was
I will
so
say
weird.
I didn't know the Japanese version was developed like so separately. It would be cool to see like an English subtitled version of the Japanese version. Do you know what I mean? Not that I
bet
want
they
to
still
sit
end
through
up
that
in a
film
casino
again.
for zero reason.
This film's actually out on streaming like next week.
Really?
Well, I mean, not to buy and rent and stuff, which I think is like super soon. I thought they'd be trying to chase that 1 billion in cinemas or get a lot closer before putting it out at home. But yeah, mad.
That's kind of it for the news. But there was also the Steam controller stuff as well, because apparently it's launching in May for £85, and people seem to like it a lot.
Reviews are out today. Reviews have been really, really strong. Saying it's a lot of people saying it's the best controller they've ever used, and all the stuff you like from Steam Deck they've put in a controller. So I don't know.
It was, it was that people were positive about the last one until they weren't. I'll be the judge of that. I don't trust people with controller reviews, especially.
Were
when
they
it comes
positive
to
on the first one that came out?
When it
I know
first
when it
came
got
out, they
unveiled,
were
it was like,
"No,
holy
this
shit,
is
it's so different. But
yeah, no, they were like initially there was a lot of they've made it possible to play mouse and keyboard games on a controller. This is and then.
But was that when people had actually used it? Or was that
yeah, I
just
think
we
that was
saw
when
might
because
have
the
been
first
previews.
iterations
I've
were
got
so
my
different, and then when it
memories
came
maybe
out,
it
it was
might
like,
have been previews.
yeah. But
Yeah, but I will see. We'll see.
I mean, are you gonna get one, Sean?
Nah, I mean, I don't use the touchpads on the deck as it is, and some people do, and that's fine, obviously. I got told off last time I said no one uses them. But, yeah, I don't know if anything is like particularly mouse, or cursor based. I just tend not to play it on the deck. I'd just rather play it on the PC. But of course, not everyone has that option necessarily. So fine. I think it looks uncomfortable, but that apparently that is absolutely not the case. So
Yeah, you get used to it apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted
People
to get
said
one.
that about
It
the
doesn't-
Steam Deck
doesn't
as
nice.
well, didn't they? They
That's
saw
true.
it and they went, "That's the most uncomfortable looking thing ever." And then people got it in their hands and went, "No, it's not." So
Bit heavy,
yeah. All right. No, it was more about the position of the buttons because isn't the
Oh yeah, the B button is almost sliding
Off
off
the
right
edge,
from
yeah.
the edge. Bizarre. Right, that's it for the news, is it?
That is it for the news, yes.
Let's get to what you've been playing, and I want to start with Matt because he wasn't here last week, and we were all looking forward to his opinions on Mouse PI for Hire. I have also been playing that game this week.
Nice.
Matt,
I've played it as well a bit.
well, you didn't add it to the list, so
No, I know.
Matt, how are you finding it? Explain what Mouse PI for Hire is.
Yeah, so Mouse
what
PI
we've
for
got
Hire
here.
is it's a first-person noir mystery game, I guess, where you are a retired detective trying to solve a mystery of someone who's missing, basically. But it's so I don't know the whole history of this, the fact that now Mickey Mouse stuff is kind of in public domain, but
Is
something
it
happened.
linked?
Well, it's
Is
not
that
linked, but obviously it's
actually
very
linked?
similar kind of style. But I mean, I haven't looked into this, but in the last couple of years,
It is
now
public
people
domain,
can,
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
yeah.
I think it's probably likely that they were developing this, hoping that this was going to happen, but also trying to cover themselves in case Disney suddenly went, actually, we've just lobbied shitloads and suddenly the law has changed again, because they've done that before. So maybe that's why it's not quite one-to-one, you know what I mean? But it's very much of the style.
Yeah, but it looks very much like, it looks enough like Mickey Mouse and stuff. Crucially, this game is black and white, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I think what they've done with animation, whether that's like the a lot of the characters you can meet, they're often just like there's 2D kind of sprites in the environment, but there's loads of really really impressive and just big bold animation for whatever you're like reloading a gun or shooting a gun or looking at items in the environment, like the way things move and bobble about like a very old Mickey Mouse cartoon. It looks absolutely brilliant, even though it's just black and white or good grayscale throughout. I think it's just like a gorgeous looking game. And yeah, it's who's like the main voice actor who is in like Death Stranding and Nathan Drake. Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Troy Baker voices a character you're playing as. This kind of retired detective, now private investigator, and it's like the kind of classic like noir like style of voice and classic noir style of writing, which I personally like. I can see maybe why some people might get on their wick, but I'm fully kind of bought into it. I mean, I loved kind of like Max Payne back in the day, like the first couple, where it's very much like this kind of gruff, overly kind of, just grudgy, district.
I was wondering why she was knocking at my door.
Yeah, it's that kind of like way of describing everything with a certain kind of panache, and I think it's brilliant. I think the writing's excellent.
That was
and
very
I
good,
think-
David. Sorry,
Thank you, mate.
that was very good.
Yeah,
I like-
and Troy
I've,
Baker is great and great at this. I mean, you can't, you can always. It doesn't feel like a classic Troy Baker voice. But I will say, so the gameplay is quite simplistic. You're essentially going into these like, arenas. You're trying to investigate just by going to these arenas. You'll hear like a bell, like a boxing ring bell. You'll have like 5 or 6 enemies come and try and shoot you. You shoot them. The bell rings, and then you go to the next arena, basically. But as much as I like a lot of aspects of this game, the one thing that stopped me liking it a lot is the combat is really poor. I think like shooting feels like there's nothing to it at all. There's no heft to the weapons. Weapons don't feel fun. Shooting doesn't feel fun. It's you're basically like it's like you're firing a pea shooter. And for a game where it's quite simplistic, largely you go in, you shoot the enemies, go to the next area. You might look at some clues. You might click at some, you might collect some ammo, some health. Another small arena, kill the enemies, move on. And there is obviously some very like kind of cutscenes and story bits in between that, and characters to talk to, and a mystery to solve or to investigate. Ultimately, this game is mostly about the combat, and the combat feels rubbish, and that kind of is stopping me. Really, it goes against all the things I like about how it looks and the writing and the mystery and the style of it and the animation. It's just because ultimately the combat, the thing that you're doing most of it, which just feels worthless, and
Matt,
there's nothing to it personally.
Have you upgraded any of the weapons yet?
Yeah, I've upgraded like the boomstick, like the shotgun, and like whatever the pistol is.
Because I felt after doing that, they felt a bit better. But I know what you mean. It's like it does feel quite lightweight.
Yeah, it just feels. Yeah, I mean, there's been so many great weapons in games in the past, and I mean, obviously I'm not a developer. I don't know how like they managed to convey that feeling of heft and power, but this just doesn't have any of that. And I mean, me personally, I don't know what you think, Dave, but yeah, I just think like that gets in the way of the game. I notice. I mean, it's a shooter, but it's not like it's a Doom style shooter. Like it feels like although shooting is a big part of what you do, I don't think that necessarily defines the game, but because you do quite a lot of it.
No, I think what people when people describe it as a Doom style shooter, because I think that's what you're referring to a lot.
I thought it was a boomer shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a shooter that does not have iron sights, and you move quite fast, and the idea is that you need to get up close against enemies. That's what they're going for. Yeah, I pretty much agree. It feels like a game that's all style and no substance, which can potentially sound too negative for what I want to say about this game. Like, because I think the style that it does have is what this game's about, and it's fucking brilliant here. I think it looks brilliant. It's really cool to see all the animations of the guns as they fire and as you reload. Reloading the shotgun's hilarious. How you just take a fistful of shells and sort of slam them into the top of the gun.
Yeah, and the way the gun kind of expands. Yeah, like the word I was trying to find earlier was expressive. Like everything in the environment is expressive in the animation, whether you're shooting people, reloading, picking up dynamite, throwing dynamite, the way explosions look. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, you throw dynamite at a character and they turn into ash, like still in the shape of their characters with 2 blinking eyes, and then it drops down and the eyes are on top. It's got all of that animation in that I fucking love. I did find it kind of strange that they introduced an enemy with a shield, but you can't get behind enemies in this. They're all 2D flat bits of paper essentially, and they're designed to always be facing you no matter what. So if you're like, oh, he's got a shield, I'm going to run around the back, they just sort of spin around like they've always got to be facing you directly on. So it's like, that's not what I thought it was.
I just kick everyone. Kick and shoot.
I see what you mean about the shooting feeling a bit weak. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was a bit dull. I find some of the ways that introduce weapons and then the following enemies, I thought, well, this doesn't tie up. Like, there's one enemy that's sort of a sniper, right? And they keep their distance, and then they can teleport to other parts of the world. But they do that before you get, like, the sort of snipery style weapon.
Yeah, you get the shotgun just before then, and it's like, that's useless for distance.
And I'm like, well, this isn't helping. Like, this is a bit silly. I think the way that enemies control are pretty shit. You get ones that just run at you straight away. You get ones that just stand out in the open and just fire. There's no sort of use of any of the environments and stuff, which, you know, I I don't want to have a go at the game because I think the game is going, look, this is a game that you're supposed to look at and go, fuck me, look at how cool this sort of 1920s animation style works in a game. And they're right. Like
Yeah.
the idea that they can get a black and white game to work as well as it does, you know, where it's guiding you through, but it hasn't got the use of color to do that, I think is really cool. The story, I'm not too hot on. One thing that I'm not massively convinced by or understand, right? And maybe you can help me, Matt. You know the stuff. So it does this thing where you do a level and then you go back to your town where your office is, and you go into your office, and you've got a board with pins and string
Yeah.
on it, and you post up your clues. Am I supposed to be working something out? Because at the moment it feels like, oh no, it's just going for a linear thing, and that's just something you do in the middle of it.
And I've just
But
been
am I
collecting clues I
supposed
see along the way, and it will
Yeah, but are you
solve
reading those
itself.
clues and trying to go what? Yeah, it solves itself, right?
Yeah.
Is
It
it
solves
that?
itself. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
because I thought
I'm not-
that because I thought it was going to be like a cork board where you had to like move stuff
Yeah,
around. or
a bit
try
like,
and
a bit
think
like
things out.
Alan Wake maybe in certain
it's
aspects, but
not
no,
like that.
no.
Yeah,
Like
and then
the
there might be
character
something
works
in
it
the
out
last
by
level where it
collecting more
goes, right,
clues.
who's responsible for this?
No.
And then you've got to make a decision. But
No,
I'm
it's
guessing
just-
it doesn't
No,
do
no,
that.
you just collect the clues, and then your character will be like, oh, okay, well, that's no, there's nothing
so
else really for
I'm
that.
finding myself playing this game only to see what is next visually. Like I got to that warehouse bit where it was like some sort of machine, and the machine was moving like the sort of the air horns in Steamboat Willie, you know, where they're
Yeah.
all, you know, big faces and stuff like that. And I was like,
In
this
the lab,
thi-
yeah,
yeah, this is why I like, yeah, with the octopus in the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I was like, this is why I'm playing this, because I want to see the next cool thing. I'm not playing it because I'm enjoying the combat or enjoying the enemies or really following the story to some extent. I mean, the story's relatively easy to follow, but there's nothing there where I'm going, wow,
No,
this is great. Some of the dialogue's a little bit annoying.
See, That's
The save system's bizarre. It seems to, so it uses a typewriter save system,
yeah,
but there's a typewriter every 12
everywhere.
seconds.
Yeah.
So you just kind of go, this is a bit odd.
May
Sorry,
as well
James.
just be checkpoints. Yeah. Just...
Yeah.
that's the thing with the voice acting because like you know the main character sounds great, but I think a lot of the others don't sound particularly good at all, and it kind of takes me out of it a bit. It's yeah. I
Well,
don't-
like the other reporter, she's good, and then the because you got like a former like a reporter friend, you know, Penny, or I'm not sure her name is. She's like the one in the pub, you know, your town, and then the other one who wants you to take a picture of like the theatre. Like I think them two plus you are the best ones, and then yeah, the rest are maybe not quite so good, but.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I think it is okay. It's serviceable as a game. I think it's stunning as a piece of art. And in terms of visual direction, I think it's really unreal. Like the music's fucking great. It absolutely nails that sort of noir feeling.
Yeah.
I just want more of it as a game. Like I want to feel like and coming off of a game like Pragmata, which does all of the gameplay stuff perfectly well. You know, it really feels like it's excelling in that. Going to this then and losing that substance, I'm kind of like, such a shame, man. I'd really like to enjoy this as much as I am looking at it.
And that's the thing, because I mean, obviously, one of the comparison points is even though they're completely different styles of game, is like Cuphead. You know,
Cuphead.
it's you know,
I've had so many text messages saying, "Is this the apparent?" Well, my brother texted me and said, "Apparently, it's made by the same people that made Cuphead," and I'm like, "No, it's
No,
not." Like, because Cuphead had a real focus on not only art style but gameplay, right?
yeah, exactly. This is what I was going to say because like gameplay wise, Cuphead was fantastic. Like it was really good. And but this doesn't feel like it's quite at that level in terms of like you know tightness.
What a shame,
No.
'cause I thought everyone liked this. I thought this was going to be a
It's
big
been getting good
old
reviews.
lobbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
It's the new Starfield,
it's not a
lads.
bad
It's the
game.
wrongest we've ever been.
It's not, it's not a bad game.
No.
It is
Yeah.
not a bad game. The combat is not making me stop playing, and that's really important to point out. Like at no point am I going, oh fuck this. Like the combat is okay. It's just I wish the combat lived up to how it looked and sounded. Because if it did, this would go
Yeah.
from, at the moment I'm like a 7,
Mhm.
and this could go to like a 9, 10 if the combat was better.
I did.
I
Just
mean,
get
for
the
me,
machine
like
gun.
the combat enough is enough to. I mean, yeah, it's more like a 6 right now, just because it just. Yeah, I'm feeling nothing from it. As good as it looks, and all the other things I mentioned, animation, writing, I like that, but the combat's kind of gotten away from me.
I did just get the machine gun in it, and that
I
so
haven't
far
got that yet.
that so far to me feels the most satisfying like weapon to use. It's
I did wonder. So I got the acid gun.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
that,
like,
yeah.
Is this overpowered?
It's a
Because
little
I've
bit,
got
Yeah, I
isn't
mean,
it?
basically like 3
Wait.
shots and they're dead. Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say,
So
I have
it's-
heard the game is very easy, and
Really?
sometimes you think, well, not every game has to be hard, but then sometimes the game is easy because they struggle to make it hard in an interesting way. Do you know what I mean?
No, I just think it was a weird imbalance because
Okay.
when you're using the pistol, that's relatively weak but quite accurate. When you're using a shotgun, that's really powerful, but you've got to be up close. And the next gun you get is the acid gun, and you're like, oh, it's like one shot kills, and you've got like you're not even scarce for bullets. Like
no,
you
you keep getting it all the time. Yeah,
tons of bullets for this thing. It feels like I can just use this weapon for the rest of the game. It's bizarre. But yeah, okay. Mouse PI for hire. I'm going to finish it. Obviously, it's not putting me off playing it at all. I just wish it had a little bit more substance to it. Cool. Anything
Fair
else, Matt?
I mean, I played a bit of Titanium Court, but I need to talk to Sean about it because I've literally no idea what's. I mean, I was enjoying it, but I have no idea what is happening. Obviously, you played it and talked about it before, Sean, but it's out now.
Yeah. So I talked about the demo a couple of months back. And at the time, I was a bit sort of guarded about it because there was all this sort of mystery around it. The way they were sort of handling the PR was like, it was like, ooh, no one's really telling us what this game is about, and they're sort of creating this air of mystery around it. Whereas now it's out now, so I'm happy to just sort of fully explain what it is to an extent. I won't, same as last time, I won't talk about the way the narrative unfolds initially, because I think that's really cool. It does rely on you being interested and curious about it, because it's not initially clear what is going on. I think that's where you are still. But after just as you're sort of reaching the point where you're like, is this bollocks? It's like, oh no, it's like basically you're in charge of this court, right? This castle, and there's a grid, and it's a match 3 puzzle game, right? But there's tiles that represent fields, lakes, mountains, whatever, and you're matching them, you're gathering resources from them. And then once you've done that a certain number of times, you gather resources, move things around or whatever, it then becomes like an auto battler strategy game. So you do the match 3 stuff, and then you're like, right, with those resources, I can buy like 3 archers, a couple of swordsmen, some people, farmers, whatever, who will gather stuff. And enemies come and attack you, and your guys will fight back, and then hopefully your castle survives. You go to the next level. Like that alone, it's pretty interesting, right? It's not. I've seen a lot of people being like, "Oh my god, this is a fucking insane genre mashup." It's a lot like there was a game called Drop Duchy last year, which is a similar sort of thing. You're dropping tiles in, and then it became a little strategy game. So it's kind of like that. But what really sells this for me is the style and the tone of the whole thing. It's got this really limited color palette. It's very pixely, limited color palette, like a very old PC game. The music is absolutely sick. It's as far as I can tell, most of the game is made by one guy, AP Thompson, and apparently the music is all just him just prattling around on an electric guitar, and you can tell. Some of it's quite ambient and dreamy, but then when you go into a battle, it sort of kicks in. It's just this sort of really fun sort of bit of rock and roll for like 30 seconds, and then it just stops, and then you're back to normal again. So like the aesthetics is one whole thing, but then the narrative is fascinating. I still don't really know what is going on, but
There's a lot of fourth wall breaking, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a lot of basically the general gist is, so it's like a story of like a normal person sort of wandering into this sort of magical world, but although it's magical, it's still sort of very grounded in reality. Like you supposedly all these characters you're interacting with are supposedly fairies, but they just look like people like wearing suits or whatever. And it's it's really fucking funny. I don't know. Are you getting on with a sense of humour, Matt?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even I posted in the group. Even like the tooltips are funny
Yes.
in like the way that hey, it's me again. I'm sorry, I promised this last time, but this is what you need to understand. And just like the use of language, the style of humour is working for me for sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure it won't for everyone.
No, I can imagine when some people are like, oh god, it's just up its own arse. But I don't think it is. I mean, I know humour wise, it works for me. It's the right level of silly and self-referential and irreverent and
I think that's the thing is it although a lot of it sounds really silly and like there's this one bit where you find that you on the map you notice there's like a road sign on the map, right, and it lets you sort of choose it as like a point of interest and it's like a no parking sign and all the fairies are like, oh, this is magic, this is, and you're like, no, it's not, it's just say you can't park there, and they're like, park what? You're like, a car. And they're like, oh my god, you believe in cars? Yeah. Wow. Okay. And initially you might think, well, what the fuck are they talking about? But as time goes on, it is building on its own rules, and it's like there is an internal consistency to the way they like all these other characters perceive stuff that's going on, and the way you're learning about the world. It's just really fucking interesting. Like as a puzzle strategy game, it would be cool anyway. And then the fact that it has all this aesthetic, all this narrative stuff laid on top of it, I think it's absolutely wonderful. I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a combination of the weird narrative and I mean the match 3 is fine. Even that was like what. Even that felt a bit complicated at the beginning with because it's match 3, but then there's like depending on what you match, you're basically generating resources for a battle afterwards. So all the matching 3, you're getting also like wheat and all sorts of stuff, and then there's a battle. And
there's a weird balancing act, isn't there? Because like straight off, it's like, oh yeah, so you could match. So like there's like enemy castles on the map, so you can match them and make them disappear. But initially, destroying them is the only way you make money, which you might need later on. So you can't just get rid of all of them. You kind of almost sort of farming them to an extent. It's like, well, I want some enemies around to destroy them. And but then they say you're also gathering other materials. You're also then worrying about like where your castle ends up when you've used all of your matches. Because if you can surround it with mountains, water, that's really good. Or water.
Then they can't get to you.
Yeah. So there's a lot to take in, but also generally, if you're good at match 3 stuff, you'll get it. You'll be fine.
I am good at match 3 stuff.
Well, there you go.
What's this on?
It's on Steam. I don't know if it's on Mac though.
Yeah.
No.
But
yeah.
No, thank you. I'll wait for a proper version to come out. And
I mean, it must be coming. You would hope so.
Yeah.
It's on Mac as well. Yeah.
Oh, it's on Mac as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Go on, Dave. No excuse now.
Well,
Can't offer until 7th of May.
Play games on my Mac. I'll wait because I'm a dickhead. Is that what you want? That's the answer, isn't it? We all know that's the answer because I'm a prick. All right, happy?
No, sad.
But no, it's weird. I'll keep playing because I'm interested in where this goes, like narratively, and if there's multiple layers deep of this, or if it is just what it is on the surface, or if it goes deeper and weirder and changes.
Because there's definitely glimpses because it's very much painted as like, look, none of this matters. Like basically, it's all like a performance. Like the way I say like, oh, you're recruiting fighters or whatever. It makes it clear very early on that what you are doing is people are putting costumes on. And that, like, so it's kind of like implying that it's all just a bit of a lark.
Like a play. First of all, I would like it's like an amateur dramatics thing because I'm fairly sure in the first like few lines of dialogue, it's like pull up a chair. Some people are over here. It felt like you're going into like an amateur dramatics. A town hall on like a Wednesday night, and you're acting out whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I was that also confused me initially. Like,
I am actually so up for this. Holy shit! Okay, maybe.
But yeah, but there's been glimpses of like it's got, the story might get serious at some point. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, loving it so
Cool.
far.
That name of the game again, please, for those.
Titanium
that,
Court,
there we go.
not
Anything
titanium
else?
as some people pronounce it.
Sure. I like Balatro.
But
Well, yeah,
that's
but
different
like
because
Balatro is what the maker actually said it was pronounced. Like,
well, no, he
right?
changes. He
okay.
intentionally mixes it up just to annoy people. Apparently,
Yeah.
That's great.
What's it said that? Who's the fella? Beard.
Matt Murray.
See how far we could go before
James
you get
Farley.
it off these crap clues. No, the fella Beard.
Yeah.
Films.
Films.
Bowser.
Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black said Balatro the other day, and I was like, "Come on, mate, you're supposed to be one of us." Okay. Have you played anything, Sean?
Yeah, I played a couple of other games. I played Vampire Crawlers, which I was really enjoying until Titanium Court came out, and then I will
Right.
go back to it at some point. This is the Vampire Survivors spin-off.
Mm.
Again,
Yeah,
I've talked about
John's
it
been
already.
texting me saying this is crack. This is actually
Yeah.
crack.
I installed it,
it's
watched a
gonna
couple
be
of
brilliant.
reviews, and I was like, it seems so intense. I mean, like the IGN review was really, really positive, but I was like, I was almost overwhelmed just watching the review, frankly. But it did look good
It's
and
just
dangerous.
it's just proper pure number go up thrills, but but not just through repetition. It's not grindy. It's you having to think your way through. So yeah, it's like a dungeon crawler, like a first-person view. You're going, sort of step by step, and you can see on a map like where the enemies are, where the items are, and stuff, and you're kind of plodding around. But it's all the visual, styling and theming, etc., is all from Vampire Survivors. It's the same enemies, the same characters you can play as and stuff. The main trick with this is, so you have like you got cards, you draw a hand of cards, and you're playing them round after round. And they all have like a mana cost to them. Some of them are free, some cost 1, 2, 3, etc. And if you can cast cards in a ascending cost order, so one that's free, then one that costs 1, then one that costs 2, etc., you start getting combos and they start multiplying their effects. And just thinking it sounds very simplistic. It gets complicated because it's certain effects that the cards can have. There's ways to get really, really silly combos going, and it feels fucking fantastic. I'm only a few hours in though, as I say, because Titanium Court came out. But 100% this will be the first thing I go back to. I think once Titanium Court's finished. And it's just nice to know because Vampire Survivors felt like such a fluke. It's just cool that it's like no, he put out a new game and it's really good.
Yeah, but is it again? It just seems harsh, but it's largely a lot of what Vampire Survivors did well, right? But in now card form. I mean, obviously that's a different game, but
I would say it's enough of a genre shift that's like no,
Okay.
they understand good game design. I think this looks because like Vampire Survivors does just kind of look bad. I would say it's not like hey, it's pixel art, but it's good pixel. It's not even particularly good pixel art.
Yeah.
This sort of I feel like leans more intentionally into like a style and looks quite cool for what it is. But yeah, good game.
Cool.
yeah, it does look good.
Final one from me. I played a fair bit of Kiln. So some of you will
Fine
know I streamed the open beta a few weeks back. And
Would you call yourself a Kiln head?
I would not call
Sounds like
myself
you're
a
a Kiln
Kiln
head.
head. But you know me, I would call myself a Double Fine head.
Yes.
Love Double Fine, even the games that don't quite hit the mark.
Did you play Keeper?
I never finished it,
Oh.
and I really should because
The games that don't quite hit the mark.
Oh, yeah, that's what I brought up. Yeah.
like I genuinely love the tone and the style of everything they do. So yeah, I played the open beta of this, and I was like, oh, I don't really get it, but okay, whatever. See what happens when the full thing comes out. Isaac saw a trailer for it, and he was well into the pot creation stuff. If you've not followed this whatsoever, so it's a multiplayer brawler, but the whole hook is that you are playing as pots or bits of pottery that you've created. So you go to the wheel. What do they call it? It's proper name for it, I imagine, like a turntable. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
yeah. There's
And
no
you make pottery, like you shape it. You know, you
Great pottery throwdown. Is that what it's
great
called?
pottery throwdown.
Yeah.
You Potter's wheel. Thank you, Phil Wall.
Of course it is. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's the easiest one. Yeah. Okay.
And you can make all sorts of different shapes. You can make a plate, you can make a jug or a big bowl or whatever. And what's
Keep going.
cool is the
What else?
physical characteristics of the thing you make determine what like class it is, right, and what abilities it has and stuff. Which is a cool idea. I can see why on paper they thought this had legs. It currently does not. The
can't put
creation
legs on
stuff
your
is really
pot.
basically. So Isaac's like really into it, but he's like, I am just doing the battles to unlock more creation stuff. Like he's really just
Right.
enjoying making pots and then rolling around as them in the lobby, and begrudgingly taking part in the battles. And
That's not a good
He's-
sign, is it? Fucking hell.
no, the combat just doesn't. I don't know. There's just nothing sticky about it at all. You run around and you have like one. So you have like one normal attack. You have like a special attack that takes a little while to charge up, and then you have like a jump attack where you sort of dive down and hit the other players. And just at no point does it really feel like it matters what class you are or they are or what attacks you use. You just kind of run over and you hit each other, and then one of you dies. And if you're the one that survives, you're like, well, I've lost most of my health in that fight that I just barely scraped through. So I just need to run away and heal now anyway. Or maybe because the whole point is trying to get to the enemy kiln and throw water in it. That's another consideration when you're making your pot or whatever it is. There's like a balance to be. Oh well, you can strike a balance between like health and like water capacity, right? So a pot that doesn't have a lot of health can hold a lot of water. So, and in that, you sort
How
of
do you
think,
get
well,
water?
so there's water, there's like fountains dotted around, or there's pots you can smash, and it just sort of
Okay.
the water just sort of blobs into you. And and straight away you think, oh, okay, well that's sort of cool because you could have some players that are like, look, I'll carry the water, but I'm going to need looking after. I'm going to need like escorting, right? But it just never plays out that way. It's just everyone just sort of running around hitting each other, and nothing ever feels satisfying or strategic or skill based in any real way. Sorry, James, go on.
Sure. When it comes to the creation aspect of this, can you mess it up like on a 1980s like light entertainment show where all the clay goes flying all over
Yeah,
the
I'm
place?
thinking.
Sadly not.
Was
You
it the
can-
generation game.
Yeah, like the generation game.
Or
Yeah.
just starts
Yeah.
Sadly
Yeah.
not. No, you can make some weird looking
Shame.
stuff. The creation stuff is really cool. I can't be clearer about that. But just the combat just does not support it, and obviously, realistically, that should be where you're having most of your fun. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see much of a future for this currently.
Well, I'm just
Um,
looking on the Steam concurrents.
Oh yeah, how's it doing?
Right, anyone want to guess how many players are playing this on Steam right now?
600.
1,400.
Sean?
Fuck it, I don't know, 1,000.
55.
Fuck.
The all-time peak was 193 players.
Most people are
Obviously,
going to be playing with Xbox.
this is
surely.
just Steam. This is just
Yeah.
Steam,
Well, this is
obviously.
the thing, right? Because
But
it's
not great.
I'm pretty sure it's got crossplay. I was playing it with Isaac, and he was like,
Fucking
"Oh, why
needs to.
does like every player have that big X next to their name?" And I was like, "I think that's supposed to tell you what format they're playing it on."
Mhm.
I don't think anyone's outside of a Game Pass subscription. I don't think anyone's playing it.
Shit.
It sucks
It's a
because
shame,
Double
but if the
Fine are
game's
so
not
good.
Then what can you do?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay. I've never fallen in love with a Double Fine game. I love
Psychonauts 2
the
is
fact
great.
that they are trying to do something different. I love Psychonauts 2 was all right. That's
No, it
probably
was
the
I
great.
love
closest
Psychonauts too.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
That's great.
I just all I'm
Yeah.
doing though is sitting
Oh.
here thinking, can we change from the Sony 2010 conference to an episode of the Generation game?
I mean,
With definitely
Because
with
I
the clay.
really want to
Yeah.
watch
Next
a
month.
do a
Next
talks
month.
over of a Generation
Book it.
game.
we can do it as well another time.
Next month.
So yeah,
Mhm.
and obviously, as we've said, against the backdrop of industry challenges, companies having to let go of staff constantly. It just really doesn't feel good
No.
for a studio that I'd really love to put out a game like this and just be like, man, like if the North Star is daily concurrent users or whatever, and there's a danger. Like I think a lot of people will, if a game's been out for 3 months and you'll get articles saying, oh, the player count's completely dropped off a cliff, and it's like, yeah, that's probably about right. But for it to only have 55 players on Steam in week 1, not good.
I mean, I
No.
think Double Fine are fine. Like honestly, I don't like Microsoft will not shut them down because the Imagine
They get so
They
much
get-
shit for it.
yeah they would. That's
I
what I
hope
don't
you're
think
right.
will happen.
But they need a hit. They need something. I mean, I thought Keeper was okay. I finished it. It's good enough to finish. I enjoyed it. It was never great. No, never incredible, brilliant. This didn't really interest me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, let's go Psychonauts 3. I mean, something needs to happen. They need to do
Yeah.
something and have a bit of a hit on their hands. So
Oh,
It
that was
scares
the other
me.
thing. So there's a thing in the game, and it absolutely should be there because I think it was Ben asked in the chat, "Can you make your pot look like a big willy?" 100%, yes.
Thank
So
God for that.
there is an option to just show
Yeah.
like generic pots instead of user created ones. And obviously on Isaac's account, because it knows he's a child, that is on by default and you can't turn it off. But even when we play together, we can't see each other's pots,
Oh, that's
even though we're friends and we're partied up together. So he's
So what
like
do
he
you
was really
see?
excited to because he does this like when he changes his Minecraft character and stuff. He'll be like, no, don't look at my screen. I want you to see my he wants me to see his character like in game,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because he was like doing the same. He's like, oh, I really want you to see this pot I've made, but don't look. And then we joined the game and he was like, oh, that's the wrong one. So he was like really gutted because he thought it'd be cool to show off our
Yeah,
pots
that's a
together,
shame.
and we can't do
Yeah.
that. When you join a party with someone else, there's like a lobby, which is where all the pottery wheels are and stuff, and where you join a game. When you join a party, that doesn't affect who's in the lobby with you. You're just in the lobby with strangers. Which I know it's
so
like not
you
really
can't have a
that
party
important.
only lobby. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
no, it's the opposite. It's that the lobby is always with strangers. So even if like if I want to play with Isaac, I'm like, right, I'll invite you to my party, and he will join my party, but he will not appear in my lobby. He'll still be in his own lobby.
Oh, yeah, that is.
And again, not a big deal, but Isaac wants us to hang around together and just make pots and show each other the pots we've made, and we can't do that. Like, it's
I mean,
mad.
those sounds like things that they could easily kind of
Yeah,
change
yeah,
and
they could
update.
probably
but-
sort that out. But I feel like the combat stuff is much more fundamentally not happening. So shame. I mean, there's been bugs as well. I've been like trapped in scenery and stuff, which is just really on top of everything else. Just like fuck this, man. And it breaks my
Yeah.
heart to say it because I love the studio, but yeah, Kiln.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass.
Shame.
I wonder if it's just like I'm sure I said this was more like they came from a game jam or something. So maybe
Yeah, it was Fortnite, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the Amnesia
Amnesia
Fortnite things,
Fortnite,
yeah. So maybe in June when we have the Xbox show at Summer Game Fest, we'll see what they're working on next. And
Yeah, fingers crossed. Because we still don't know what their next big project is. Because like, I really liked what I played of Keeper, but it was very obviously one of their smaller games. So we don't know what the next Psychonauts or similar is. But
it better not
We'll
be an
see.
extraction shooter.
I hope so.
Right then, James, what have you been playing over the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, so I've been playing. I mean, I played Life is Strange Reunion, which I finished yesterday, I think. And I mean, I don't want to spoil any of it because we are going to have a spoiler cast. And that's-
fucking Sean gets his
Will
arse
we?
in gear.
Were we?
But overall, I mean, I enjoyed it significantly more than I did Double Exposure. I think it's a much better game, and I think that the Max and Chloe dynamic still completely worked in the whole thing. It does feel to me like the choices didn't really matter very much. I think through most of the game, I don't think
I agree.
One of the things with it that I think that was a shame is that actually because it drops the episodic like nature of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Which I understand because they just wanted to put it out in like one thing. But I kind of wish that they'd still broken it up into chapters anyway, and had those moments at the end because it would
Yes.
because that's what I think it was missing with that, was that like you're coming to the end of a point and this is where you're going to make a big decision here, and it's
It
going to
gives
impact
it
the
a
rest of
sort
the
of
game.
a natural rhythm in a way.
Yeah,
Like,
structure, doesn't it? Yeah.
And I think that was missing a bit really, and I think it would have maybe there'd be more impact, I think, to the decisions if even though it's superficial, like it would have made any difference, but it still feels like it's like making more of a difference. But I mean, the other thing I thought, which I feel a bit disappointed with, is that prior to release we had the whole thing about how like you play as Max, you play as Chloe, like during the game, and that they'd have like different styles and different ways to play and that kind of thing. Doesn't really pan out like that. Like I don't feel like either of them really, like it doesn't really explore either of like the sort of the techniques or whatever they're using. Like really, it's very very like surface, very very brief. For like most
No,
of
I
the
mean,
stuff.
Chloe's technique gets used twice, I think.
Yeah, and it's like that.
Is that
in
all?
fact, actually,
Fuck.
yeah, there's a thing as well when you're playing as Chloe, you're just like, oh, I wish I could just fucking rewind. Why am I?
Yeah.
Why can't I do something as
didn't.
Chloe? It's really annoying.
But that's the thing, they didn't make the most of like because they kind of hinted at the start that they did, didn't they? Right, like that there was going to be like this new system that she was using for like for debating or whatever with people and
Yeah.
all that.
No,
And
it
it's like-
wasn't new, was it? Is it the before the
Before the
storm?
It was,
Storm.
yeah, that's it, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
that's-
really
yeah.
not used, like hardly
Not
at
used
all.
at all.
And also and I think a lot of the characters are not really fleshed out at all. Like in the game, I don't think like I mean, it very much focuses only on maybe 3 or 4 characters, I'd say, and which it's fine. I mean, it worked. The story still completely worked.
Well, I think they weren't flashed out because we saw a bunch of them in the previous game. It's less that, it's
Yeah.
more just they're just not great characters. I mean,
Yeah, they just lent back.
even
on those.
Moses,
Yeah.
who's like Max's best friend, I just feel like there was nothing really to it. I wanted him to be more vulnerable, more. There's like nothing. There's just
I
not
wanted him
enough.
to be more involved.
Well, yeah, it's
honestly,
just like-
in what was going on.
I did really like his relationship with Chloe though.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah,
really well done.
yeah. I thought they
It
got
was
well.
like Max's two worlds coming together in that relationship. I thought that was pretty cool. I quite liked whenever they were both on the screen together, because you wouldn't have put them together before
No.
this, but they were sort of
but I
forced
think-
together and actually ended up liking each other.
But I think Chloe's is a better, more interesting character than Max. Something like that probably brought more out from Moses. But
Really?
yeah, I'd really like Chloe in this. Max was like, no, I've got no time for her. Like that's why I thought this game was a lot better, because I really feel like the star of the show was Chloe and
I
not.
think they did
Max.
a good job with her actually, because I was concerned when they said they were, like what they were going to do, but I thought it worked.
Yeah, they
It's-
got away with it. I think
Yeah.
is the right way of putting it. They got away with it.
I think they changed her enough. She's less like the angry teenager we saw in the first couple of games. Or, like I feel like it
I
worked.
think she's
it
a better
worked.
character than Max, though.
I think she's more interesting than Max. Max just like there's nothing there.
I kind of agree with Matt on that.
Yeah.
Like it feels like Max always felt like a bit of a non-entity.
Yeah,
And
it's just
because of the
boring.
fact that it's
Yeah,
like
she could only
she's a-
rewind time and do everything. I don't know.
Yeah, but
man.
even with that, she's boring.
Yeah, but Chloe was such a I'm a rebel and I don't care, and I'm like, oh
Yeah, but I feel like she's growing up now. I feel like I just feel like she's got more layers to her, and more interested.
she was
and I guess
introduced arguing with someone outside of a pub, Matt. Yeah, I mean, that
and
could
that's
be
and,
nothing
but
wrong
she's
with that.
still more interesting than Max, basically.
But then also,
Okay.
I mean, it got to the end, then the credits roll and everything, and I did feel myself feeling quite sad that it was kind of over, and that we're probably not going to see any more of these now.
that totally that final
Yeah.
decision, right,
Mm.
is
It's good.
it doesn't have an impact on anything,
Mm.
but was a real. How do you feel their relationship is?
Yeah.
That's what that felt like to me.
Well,
It was
I'm
a
fascinated to
fucking
talk about
brilliant
this.
decision at the end.
Because I talked to
so-
I met Joe for a drink to watch the Leeds game on the weekend, and we talked about our decisions, and some of the decisions are very different. I'm like, oh well, so I hope we've made different decisions for the spoiler cast, because I'm dying
So,
to
yeah,
learn
I'm
about
dying to
how
find
your
out
game
as well.
ended.
I think what I find so
Yes.
strange is like the amount of talk
Life.
from like
Is
people saying like oh, this brings the Max and Chloe saga to a close. The Max and Chloe saga is one game from
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
See, and that's the other reason, Sean, why I felt sad, because
Yeah.
like, I was watching all the credits and stuff, and I thought, there's this is sad. This is kind of ending. But then also I was just thinking it's been like kind of like a missed opportunity, like in the sense of like we got Life is Strange 2, which was really good, and it was like, why can't we just have more stories, like in this kind of universe with this going on? And it's
because Pete, they're not making enough money from it.
Yeah, I know.
That's the answer. And the budget got scaled back and back and back to the point where it was shit.
Yep.
It got worse and worse.
It's not going to impact the daily active players, is it? I guess it's like.
And like as I said, I don't want to like claim this as my own thing. I heard it on a Life is Strange podcast, and I'm so sorry I can't remember the name of that podcast. But when they pointed out, have you noticed how everyone's sitting down? Yeah, that's to save money on mocap. And I'm like, oh yeah, pretty much.
I enjoyed as well, like Max being like, yeah, I'm off social media now. It's like, yeah, so you got less stuff to write. Like,
yeah, but you can still post it. Oh no, you can save the pictures, but you can't post them, can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't thought of that. Yeah, that's great.
Did you just say I didn't thought of that?
I didn't thought of that. Yeah, hadn't. Yeah, definitely.
Is that everything, James?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right then. So we've got a big business to get to then, haven't we?
Big business.
It's episode 500 next week, and we have a very important podcast to produce. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this because I realise that we've now got to record a 3 to 4 hour fucking podcast at some point in the next week. When we originally come up with this idea, we were like, well, we can record it whenever. It doesn't have to be like we could just do it. And then we just didn't. And now episode 500 is next week. We are doing a Game of the Year style show next week based on where we will pull out of the hat 4 consoles each that we've nominated to face off against each other. They need 3 votes to get through to the next round, and we will crown the greatest video game console of all time. But we have to do the draft. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe we've agreed to do this. This is insane. But and first of all, we need to decide an order in which we pull these. We get to nominate a console. So let's get to it, shall we? I've got 4 bits of paper in front of me. They've got numbers on them: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm gonna let Matt pick first. What number should we go with?
Number 3.
Number 3. So just to see if you're watching on YouTube, there's number 3, and I'm gonna open it up.
Can't see
anything.
That's because, ladies and gentlemen,
you need to unfold it.
I was so worried about being accused of cheating that I did this with invisible ink. And the person. Oh no!
Still can't see it.
Who it is. It does say. It does say. Look, you can see there. It says
great.
Sean.
It's me.
Sean is number 1.
That is very good.
Okay, so my first pick for the console of the forever is the SNES.
SNES. Okay. 2, 1, or 4, James?
1, please.
Right, I'm really hoping this is me because I don't want to be low down this list. Okay, let's have a look at what the invisible Sphinx has to say. It is. I can't see that. Is it? This was a really bad idea, David.
Yeah,
it was a great idea. It just hasn't worked very well.
No, it doesn't really work. Like it's really
David,
clear in the It's really clear in the flesh. It's almost impossible to do on the camera.
I think the folds aren't helping.
What the band? Okay. Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64.
Very Nintendo heavy so far.
Okay, all right, Matt. Sean, you get to pick next. 4 or 2?
2, please.
Right. Prepare for me to really struggle to show you who number 2 is. Are we ready? Well, let's see if you can get it before I can. Come on. Oh, that looks like Matt to me.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. Is it Matt or James?
I think it is Matt.
I saw.
Yeah, Matt.
Okay.
What? No, it's definitely Matt. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, 100%.
Number
I mean-
2 is definitely Matt.
Okay,
This
it doesn't
was
matter.
such a good idea that has failed.
No, it's funny. It's funny. Okay, me,
Matt.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Sega Saturn.
Okay, that means James. You get
I'm going to
pick
go for
last.
the Xbox 360.
That was the
Okay.
right choice. I just went with my heart.
Sean, you're next.
Oh, this is actually quite tough, isn't it?
Yes.
The PlayStation 2.
Fuck, that was next on my list. That's what I wanted next, which means I have to go for the Nintendo DS.
Ah.
Nice.
Matt.
Okay. I'm going to go for the Nintendo Legend of Zelda LCD Game Watch from 1989.
Okay. Game and Watch.
Game Watch, yeah. I had
Get
this.
The Game Watch. Okay. I had this. Do I have to
I had
write?
this.
I had this.
Yeah. In brackets, I had this, yeah.
James Farley.
The Nintendo Game Boy.
Never heard of it.
James taking us too seriously.
Right.
No, I'm just choosing
Sean?
ones I loved, Matt.
The PSP, the PlayStation Portable.
Okay. I am going. I'm going the Nintendo Switch.
That took a while
Matt.
to come out, didn't it? That's
Did
weird.
I'm going to go for the original Xbox.
James.
Can I have the Sega Master System, please?
You can. Right, last ones. Sean.
Game Boy Advance.
GBA. Oh my god, I've got a funny one and a serious one. I've got a funny one and a serious one. Oh fuck. Where do I go with this? I am going for I'm going for I'm gonna play it seriously. GameCube.
Will you tell us afterwards
Matt.
what the silly one was?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with the PlayStation 1.
How long did that take to come out?
That is
Um,
also. I think I would maybe. I'm already
Fuck
thinking about all the
this.
ones we're leaving out.
Yeah, there's like tons.
The fact
Yeah.
the fact that I've got 4 Nintendo consoles is a surprise to me. Like seriously,
Yeah.
James.
Sega Dreamcast.
Okay, yeah. So I was in 2 minds. I should have. I'm sort of regretting the GameCube one. I should have
I
gone
know,
with
I-
Game Boy Color.
I've made
Just
a
to
mistake.
piss
I've
you
made a
off,
mistake
James.
as well.
Just to piss you off because Game Boy Color beats Game Boy every time. Like that's the easiest one. It's the same console. It's just got color. It beats it.
I can't change one of mine, can I? It's impossible.
No, you
at this
can't.
stage.
No,
I think we all want to
I
change
feel
ours
like
now.
fuck this.
Yeah, should we redraw?
Someone's just put out. Have we nominate the Master System instead of the
Yeah,
Mega Drive?
that's the mistake I made. That's what I'm talking about. It's
But
like, you know,
James, you were
Are we all
fan of that
glazing over
console.
Matt nominating a fucking watch? Are we?
Right, well, no, because it's Matt. He was
No
struggling
Nintendo
after
Wii.
one.
No.
Yeah, I thought about Wii, but then I thought, oh, everyone's ripping to the fact there's like just loads of trash on the system.
no, my biggest regret there is Master System over Mega Drive. I don't know what I was thinking.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. We're going to
And
look
yet-
like idiots when these come out.
Yeah, we shouldn't record this episode now.
Yeah, I feel like we
Greatest
should
console of
record
all
this
time, and
episode
we're
now.
like, what? Without?
I've never been more disappointed in ourselves.
I think
Ever.
let's
I'm
let's
This is
absolutely
stop the
shit.
minded
stream.
my choice.
Let's stop the stream. We'll delete the stream.
Should
And
we
we'll
do
say
it
we
again,
had
but
technical
with
issues.
invisible ink?
Yeah.
So
Barker
here's-
Battler's on my
here-
list
here-
as well. Barker Battler was a
here are the-
potential.
Here are the nominations for the.
Maybe we
greatest
should do
video game
wild cards
console.
and we can get the good ones in then. We can get a wild card of Mega Drive, Wii, Barcode Battler, and Game Boy Color.
3DS.
Yeah.
Here are the greatest. 3DS didn't make it, but the watch did.
Four
Matt.
isn't enough.
Okay.
I thought we were all going to do jokey ones, and so I had that ready to go.
So
I know, my
Sean-
jokey one was the Lynx or the Jaguar.
Did any of you own that thing I mentioned?
I did, yeah.
I had both the Mario one and that.
Oh,
I was
no,
quite
I
a
don't
cool
know.
kid at school, let me tell you that.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's no MetaQuest. Good shout, Louis P. I thought that would have been nailed on for either Matt or
No,
Sean.
wait, what,
Matt's
all
Quest
time?
isn't so much a console as it is a conduit to the future.
Yeah.
So
It's
Oh,
an
I
experience.
should have,
It's a
James,
life-
I should have
it's a-
included the
it's a
Apple Vision Pro,
lifestyle.
James.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn it.
Right, okay, so here are the
I had other
consoles
jokey ones as
nominated.
well, didn't include. Okay.
Do you have the Pippin, Matt?
Sure.
I-
We'll get
no,
to that in a
but
minute. We'll get to hold on to them. Let me get this out first. Sean's nominations are the SNES, the PS2, the PSP, and the Game Boy Advance. I've gone full Nintendo, which surprises me, with the N64, the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo Switch, and the GameCube. Matt nominated the Saturn, Legend of Zelda, Game & Watch, whatever it was.
Just Game Watch, not Game and Watch. That's a different thing.
Okay. The Xbox, the original Xbox, and the PS1. James has nominated the Xbox 360, the Game Boy, the Master System, and the Dreamcast. I mean, yeah, that is a surprise, James. I'll be honest
I
with
know,
you.
I
I
should-
think you might have fucked it a little bit.
I know, 'cause
But he's
I've
got a
got
360, so it's kind of,
Mega
it's gonna
Drive,
be tough to
not
beat
the
that.
Master System. So I was just
But then,
thinking,
but then
which of those...
equally, James, I could see you thinking, oh, well, someone else will pick the Mega Drive.
There was that,
Right.
and I was also
But he was the
thinking
last
which
one.
of those ones...
Hold on, you were
like-
last.
Yeah, you couldn't think that.
But no, I was also just thinking which of these means more to me personally.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
it's
what
probably the Master
we
System.
that's all we can do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll say these 3 words. I'll say these 4 words, and you will regret what you've just said. Then, Streets of Rage 2.
It came out on the Master System as well. It's
Oh, did it?
Was the Master System version any good?
Come on.
Oh,
I mean,
that's-
I'm happy because I feel like this is already our sort of bullshit. So
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Oh
with it.
yeah, but this is. Oh,
The sequel!
okay.
What?
was that the flower?
It was the flower.
What did it say? The
What did the
sequel.
flower say?
It
Something
said
about the
"Ta-da, ta-da," the sequel.
sequel? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, I thought we were going to
So-
do more jokey ones, so I also
What were
had
your
ready
jokey
to
ones?
go like.
Tomorrow, okay?
Okay, flower,
Okay.
shut the fuck up. Just for 5 seconds, will you?
I was going to say Sonic 2 on the Tiger LCD console.
Yeah,
Do
the
you remember them?
game.com.
No, no, no. Like, do you remember like the plastic
Oh,
LCD
those ones.
things?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played loads of them at school.
I mean, yeah,
and
Tekken-
Sonic 2 was on
Tekken
there.
came
Sonic
out
3
on
I was
was
going
on
to
there.
say one of those water things that you press the buttons.
I mean, it's
in
not
and the
too far away
rings
from
go
that.
up
Yeah.
Into the, yeah.
I
go on.
unironically thought about putting the Wii U in, but I'm good. I just
I,
haven't got it. in yet.
I thought about going PC. Just hand
I
PC.
don't think we'd have allowed that, would we?
I mean, yeah, it'd be funny to hear David
We've allowed
defending
a
it.
what?
It would, yeah. Big PC guy Dave.
Yeah, that's why it'd be funny.
Talking
Yeah.
it up.
Hey, mate. I like that. I'm real.
I'm glad I've got Saturn because I can actually talk passionately about the Saturn. But it's like, yeah, there's so many left on the table here. It's ridiculous.
Go on. Which ones have we left on the table?
Well, I mean, I mean, PS4 had so many great games.
PS4.
That's
Yeah,
it. Like, I
yeah.
thought, okay, like the Uncharted. I mean, the Uncharted series, like Last of Us, always like, and I feel like that was the start of their real kind of PlayStation cinematic, big budget games. Fantavision. Oh, that's PS2. The Bouncer. You got a PS2? Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. Anyway, there's lots we've missed out now.
Why do I feel
The
so
Xbox One.
disappointed in ourselves for this one? I've never felt like
This
this.
was
after
always going to
Game of the
happen.
Year.
I think this
You
is
think?
I think for any other podcast this would be an absolute travesty. I think for us it's perfect.
Oh yeah, they are idiots. It's just a reminder that they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Right, is that it for this?
If anything, we should have
done?
had 5 picks each because there's so many consoles out there.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, but then it doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, tournament structure falls
It
apart.
needs to be 64.
8 each. 8 picks each.
Right, are we done for the week? Do we do questions or do we
We
go
do a
straight
couple
to
of questions. We've got some short ones.
Go on,
so.
Sean.
This one comes from, anyway, that's enough of that. It's time for Tom C's question now. A few weeks ago, one of you said something nice about Warburtons. This stood out to me because in one of my futile little attempts at free will, I'm in the habit of avoiding Warburtons bread on the basis of a firm understanding acquired at some point in the distant past that Warburtons are Tories. Your comment prompted me
fuck's
to
sake.
investigate the basis for this belief. As a result, I can confirm that not only have Warburtons given money to the Tories, but their CEO is also on record saying that people who are upset about Partygate are hypocrites. I'm afraid I can also confirm that A, Kingsmill's parent company has donated an
no.
absolutely huge amount of money to the Tories, and B,
That's what I would have gone for.
Kingsmill,
B, although I couldn't find
it really is
anything
better
defi-
bread, David.
it's shit bread. I'll tell you that.
And B, although I couldn't find anything definitely wrong with Hovis, it turns out they're in the process of being acquired by Kingsmill.
No.
My question for you bunch of bread-guzzling fascists is, not including football teams or video game companies, sorry Sega dude, what arbitrary consumer loyalties or vendettas do you nurture long after it ceased to be rational to do so?
I don't have any of this.
Do you not? Oh, I've
Well,
got-
there must be like certain types of like coffee or cereal you like
we don't
over others.
buy. We don't buy like Muller. You know, like Muller rice.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
We don't buy that stuff here now because the CEO of that is a massive supporter, allegedly, of the AfD in
Oh,
Germany,
shit.
which is
Oh,
like the
really?
far right party. So it's like,
Fucking
yeah.
I
Um,
do have a bit of a thing about Teslas driving around. And I'm
oh
like,
god, yeah,
"Ugh."
yeah. Fine. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's absolutely normal.
I really wanted one a few years ago, and obviously now we're like, "Ugh." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not
did
quite.
I. I was like,
I'm not
yeah,
quite what it was.
environment. Oh, Nazi. Oh, don't message in. We're not reading out messages next week. Fucking hell.
I remember as a child swearing off any Samsung products. I later gave in because you'll see how silly this is because they got caught producing counterfeit Donkey Kong Country cartridges.
No.
That's a real thing. Because I thought it and I thought, no, that's just something I read in a fucking magazine back in the day. That won't be true. I googled it. Yeah, 100%. That was a real thing. I think it was. It might not have been like an intentional thing that Samsung did, but their chips were used in counterfeit Donkey Kong Country.
The
cartridges.
irony is, have you had a Samsung phone, Sean, in the past
Yes.
20 years or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Did you download emulation software on it?
at some point, almost certainly. Yeah.
The irony.
Yeah.
So big up to
yeah.
Samsung for enabling piracy. I'm sure there's others. Oh, Heck Sausages. They had Boris Johnson round for a photo shoot. So fuck those guys. Never buying them again.
God.
Ipswich Town, if you remember correctly. Oh, we all want Ipswich back in the Premier League. Didn't they do a big advert for Farage and the Reform
Yeah.
Party recently?
Really?
And they defended
fuck
it as well.
Oh wow.
Get Millwall up, who are the morally correct choice in this situation. Don't worry about that. We don't have any arseholes following us, do we?
There was- Sorry, go on.
Speaking of bread, have you seen that stuff blowing up on the internet at the moment with Americans getting angry that British people are saying your equivalent of bread, like British people saying to Americans, your equivalent of bread, it would have to be sold as cake over here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
their response is, your cake must not be very nice then. And I'm like, no, you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
What's the issue? What? Because our bread has so much sugar in it, over there it'll be.
Their bread has so much sugar.
Oh,
in
their
it.
bread. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like if basically it's quite funny because they're going, why are Europeans having a go at our bread so much? And someone read your ingredients in your bread. And it's like there's like a whole list of ingredients in their bread, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I had another one. I've forgotten what it was now. Oh, IGN. For years, I held it against them that they gave God Hand 3 out of 10. And then someone wrote in. It was either I can't remember if it was this or Midnight Resistance. Someone wrote in being like, "It's like 15 years ago, man. Come on."
Just
Let it go.
Just chill out.
It's just,
Anyone else?
I don't have a vendetta against anything like that, really. Maybe I should.
No, you
No,
love
just-
brands. You love them all, don't you?
Yeah.
You fucking love a brand.
equally.
I love almost
The
all
BBC.
brands. I'm a big fan of. Get in touch,
All
brands.
right.
Maria Mendieta says, "Dear TCGS Conga Line, many developers have attempted to get us gamers to move more than our thumbs. Yet, which game do you think would actually teach you to dance with technique the way that Rocksmith teaches you to play guitar? And if none currently exist, what would it take to achieve this daunting goal? Keep up the terrific work. Sincerely, Maria."
I mean, Dance Central Connect was pretty good for that because you were the
I
controller.
did quite like that.
But
Yeah.
it didn't actually teach you. I guess the problem is with
Well,
something
no,
like
he taught me some moves. He taught me some moves, Sean, and I was physically doing those moves, and I feel like I could
I
have
would say
taken him
that's
to
the
the
closest thing
club
for sure.
and done really well out of it.
It was better than those dance mat games.
oh god,
because
yeah,
we-
barely any.
You know, we
relation
were
to
actually
actual
doing
dancing on
moves
there.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
With the dance mat, you sort of just like.
If I
wobbling
did
up
dance
and
mat stuff
down
in the
if you weren't
club, it would be
looking at them.
embarrassing. Whereas, as it was, was it Christina Milian? There's a really good Christina Milian track on Dance Central 1 or 2. All over
Do
that.
you think it's
Totally
like
agree.
with something like dance, the difference between just doing it for enjoyment and actually doing it to like oh no, I actually a skilled dancer is huge. Like you can enjoy
Oh my
dancing and
God,
be
yeah.
rubbish at it, whereas something
Yeah.
like playing guitar, it's like you kind of need you either learn
You
or you
need some
don't.
level.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I mean, I'm a massive dancer, obviously, so obviously I would know.
I don't want to learn to
Also,
dance.
like I can't imagine going. I know I'm an excellent dancer. I am at that level, like
That's
at a
true, yeah.
wedding.
You
It's
should
like, well,
see me.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice one, mate. But we just like doing the thing where we.
Yeah, we
do
just
that
enjoying
with our
ourselves
arms
while
and
you-
sort
while
of
being weird about it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love dancing. I'll say that much.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I got it, and I just never have.
Yeah, I remember at your wedding we all tried to get you on a dance floor and you very sternly told us to fuck off.
Yeah, playing Dynasty
Um,
Warriors. leave
Well
me
done,
alone.
Sean.
Thank you.
Oh, James, you're the best dancer amongst us. You were breakdancing champion 1978 or whatever. it was.
Okay. Don't do that shit anymore.
Getting too old for the shit.
There was an accident. I killed a kid. I don't want to talk about it. I was spinning on my head and I don't want to go into it. I don't want to go into it.
I'm just imagining James breakdancing and then just internally just being like, as soon as my podcast takes off, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah. Done with it, man.
Yeah. He
Right, last
open up
question.
his cupboard and open up his cupboard, move his Yannick Klavian shirts to one side,
All the
and then
trophies.
like a backwards cap on and
And a bit of cardboard.
vest, sparkly vest.
It's been a long time.
Kurt Lewin is the last question. It says, "Hi chaps, what is a food or drink that you used to like but you don't anymore because they changed the recipe or some other fundamental aspect of it, like less chocolate in a Kit Kat Chunky as an example of the latter?" He then messaged again to say, "Sorry, just to follow up on my last question, you might still like it, but it's just not as good. I don't actually know if that happened with Kit Kat Chunkies, so I thought of a better example, the wagon wheel, which is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Cheers."
Oh god, yeah, the wagon wheel is shit these days. It is shit.
It's not shit. It's just not as good as it used to be. Yeah, Eddie
No,
got
it's
some.
shit, mate.
Wa-
It is
come
shit
on.
now.
I
Wagon
had one, I was
wheels
like,
were never
I
good.
remember these
What's
guys.
the difference? Is it not real chocolate anymore, or is it more
The
than
chocolate is really, really thin now.
Yeah.
And
It probably
the
always
jam, there's
was.
only
We just
tiny
thought,
little
oh,
bit
a
of jam.
chocolatey wagon wheel. Yeah, it probably
Is
always
it?
was the same. I was
Is
like,
it?
oh, this is like the old days. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it
wasn't,
was.
mate. It wasn't.
I think it was.
Is it true that dairy milk tastes like shit now?
No.
I
Dairy
don't think
milk
so.
still tastes nice.
I
I
don't.
still
It's
like
got
it.
the old palm oil everyone kicks off about being added to chocolate to make it cheaper
No, I
or
think
something.
give a fuck.
So
I
they
put
had
it in my
curly
belly.
whirlies in my supermarket the other day. I bought
Oh, yeah.
tons of them because I'd had them for ages. Tasted all right.
Tons?
Yeah.
How many? When you say tons, how many are we talking?
Turn up,
Bought
turn
8
it
of
up
them.
with a fucking
8 curly
forklift.
whirlies in
I
one.
bought 8 curly whirlies, yeah. 'Cause I was-
Just
How many have you
slaps
got
it down
left
on
now?
the conveyor belt.
How many have you got left now?
Another.
Say again, David.
How many have you got left now?
I think we've got 2 left. I think
That's
in the
0.
end, I think.
Smash 6 curly whirlies.
No,
in
not
a
me,
couple of
just
days.
me. It was for the kids as
That
well.
was that facial
Oh.
expression was,
Believe that.
what's a convincing lie I can
Yeah, exactly. Working out length of time or divided by days.
My answer for this is Golden Bear, Haribo Golden Bears. They're crap now, and
I think.
I
I've
miss
never
numbers.
They're
Can we just
basic
get more
anyway. I've never
numbers,
found them.
please? Oh man, when they were luminous green and shit, you were just like, yeah, fucking eat them. What's that? They're glowing. What's that? I'm now in serious health problems. Tasted better though, didn't they?
Jen gets proper annoyed about this, about the removing sugar from things and using like fake sugar because she's like, it just tastes bad. And
Well-
she just gets annoyed.
You get-
Fentimans Cola, which used to be my favourite drink on earth.
Mm.
Yeah, they've like halved
Yeah.
the sugar and put stevia in it, and it's not the same. And I don't like it as much anymore.
Mm.
Sad.
All right.
times.
No,
I
alright.
let me pay a bit more for the one with sugar in. I'm here for a good time, not for a long time,
You're
guys.
supposed to
Come
don't
on.
do that.
Oasis is another one.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you drink Oasis and you go, I sort of just like it feels fake. It
Yeah,
like
yeah,
feels
yeah.
like a fake Oasis these days.
Still remember.
Do you
I'm
remember
sure-
the old ones with the glass bottles and
No Oasis, yeah. Okay.
I've probably mentioned this before.
Alright.
Years ago, there was like a big consumer group that was like basically kicking off about Ribena having loads of sugar in it. And
Yeah.
basically the response from Ribena was just, have you tried blackcurrant juice without sugar in it?
yeah, give that a go. Right, are we done?
Yeah,
Good. What's up, Matt?
nothing. I had to say no Oasis
Okay.
because you said fake Oasis. I just thought about cover
but-
bands.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't have. That was a bad one. I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
I had
you
one
do have
earlier
to do
and I
these.
laughed at myself, but I didn't say it. And because, anyways, let's move on.
What a brilliant story. I'll wait for the movie to come out about that one. Should we get
No,
to
I'm
socials,
doing a
Matt?
book deal first. Yeah, so Thursday at 9, play by the.
No, I was just about to cross it out, please.
Very fucking late to do that. Yeah, also I'm busy on Friday, James. So no streams this week, but we will. Oh, although no, actually on
Unless-
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wednesday. So there's no Twitch streams, but Wednesday, if you're a patron supporter, we are talking over currently the PlayStation E3 2010 show.
I just wish
David
it was
will
the
make
generation.
But
a
if it's
late.
the generation game, don't worry
If
about
it's
it.
generation game, don't be alarmed.
I
But
want to see Clay going all over the place and everyone laughing.
just watch Ghost then. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, we could do one of them. We could do one or the other.
I think I could run like 2 instances of OBS. So one's the stream for everyone to watch, and another one is for you guys. So it'll be picture in picture where we've got the Sony conference and then Generation Game, and I can just push a button and switch between
Yeah,
the two.
I mean, we could do that
Put
thing.
Generation
I mean,
Game back on.
I think she's kind of growing out of it a bit, but I've seen so many videos in the past of Elodie watching where it's like half the video on like YouTube Shorts is someone doing
Oh, yes.
like kinetic sand
Yeah.
or nail art, and the bottom bit is like someone doing like a weird like drama for a little. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's create that kind of content. I think sure people love that.
100%.
A weird like drama, you know,
Yeah, they're kind of acting out scenes like. You know,
baiting out of that
it's weird.
sentence.
Anyway, patreon.com/TCGS Wednesday night. We're going to talk over Sony show. And the website tcgs.co. If you want to follow us, see what we're doing. Social posts are on there. The store's on there. If you want to get the last few 16 or probably 14 by the time we're fresh. Last handful of tickets at TCGS London in October. They're all on tcgs.co. So go over there. You can follow us. You can support us on Patreon. It's all over on there.
Cool. We will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for living it. We hope you have a lovely week of gaming. We'll be back next week with episode 500, the greatest video game console of all time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.